Ice caps are melting and polar bears are drowning.
The global warming alarm is dressed up as science.
You might have to sacrifice,
But it's not science.
and change your surroundings. Prepare to sacrifice.
It's propaganda.
I love to party with the New World Order. What's his name? Kissinger? That's my man. Brzezinski? He got the plan. Rockefeller? Keeping Manhattan vibrant. Are you familiar with some of these names I say? They've been controlling your life all over. I've been studying these creatures who've been working for a long time, lurking in the shadows and they working for the wrong kind. Never in my travels have I come across the more crime-ridden gaggle of jokers. Now this could be the all-time. They love to blast girders, torture sheep and ass herders, steal a couple trillion, man, I'm telling you, they class burglars. No doubt could be cast about and see that as unheard of. They got away with robbery, racketeering, and mass murder. This world is going up in flames, and nobody wants to take the blame. Continue to let these people rule, and I promise you, your climate's gonna change. Your climate's gonna change. Yeah. The banksters got all your servants on the take. They pose as altruists with all the apple pies they pay. I sympathize with all the folks who aren't aware, and all of the sheeple that I meet in the street and try to speak sense to who do not care. Cause they watch CNN and Fox and they think that it's all a game, but they don't understand that's Pentagon run. Their climate's gonna change. This world is going up in flames, and nobody wants to take the blame. If you continue to help perpetuate this game, I promise you, your climate's gonna change. You comfortable? Your climate's gonna change. Ready for your carbon credits? Obamanoids?
You can't say that CO2 will drive climate. It certainly never did in the past.
They've just been told lies. That's what it comes down to.
I've been analyzing this, they keep spraying in the air. People walking around in the days unaware. There's nothing left in their memories to compare. The deep blue azure skies that used to be there. Look up, and you'll see what I say. The hideous plans to alter your DNA. You are just a slave, let's get that out the way. But that all can stop if you cease to obey. If you believe that you can slip right through the cracks, homie, you just haven't been examining the facts. I know you think it's cool to sit back and relax. Now your breath they poison, soon your breath they'll tax. American soldiers are training to take you under as they guard the very heroin that's got them hooked in record numbers. The machine is infallible, it never blunders. CIA #1 smack dealer if you ever wonder. Ask my homie Gemini, Senor Paul. You better school him. 9/11 was an inside job. 9/11 was an inside job. 9/11 was an inside job. 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 This world is going up in flames, and nobody wants to take the blame. Continue to let these people rule, and I promise you, your climate's gonna change. Your climate's gonna change.
We are in process of developing a whole series of techniques which to love their servitude. This is seems to me the ultimate in malevolent revolution, shall we say.
We're back. Yeah. They're back.
Whatever this is.
I have no idea what it is, dude. Got a clue. That's better. Now we're nice and round. Let's give us some design for the background. What do you think?
Nice and round.
Yeah. Let's see if it
Well.
goes. There we go. Now we're in the woods. We're not out of the woods yet, though. We're getting there. I never thought I would get the kind of backlash for being so wrong about everything. Now we're rounder. Let's see if we can get better. Let's get puffy. Poof. Now we're puffy. Woo. Let's see, we got some more people in here. Super still here. Scott's back. Carrie. Hey guys, how you doing? Sorry about that. Yeah. I guess flat Earth gets people riled up, but I don't know why, dude. I have no clue why. Some I'm getting from more like the next generation. They're looking into it. They're taking it for what it is, dude. It's just weird. But the older the mule, you know. Did I say that properly? Sometimes. Yeah, could be. How about geography? Let's take a lesson. Let's go to time zones. Nah, we'll do time zones. Time and date. What is time and date? It's whatever they make it, you know? Let's see. Geography lessons, time zones explained by Twig. Whoever the hell Twig is, I have not a clue. But I thought I'd look at their explanation for it. But what I noticed, and if anybody was on Vlad's the other night, I'm pretty sure there were a few people that were watching. He was pointing out there's a big discrepancy at the date line. Like there's almost 3 days like missing from the whole thing. Stuff my stories in a sack. George Costanza. Well, I'll tell you what. You make a Festivus for the rest of us, and I'll do it. Scott's a funny man. I like him. Yeah, that is funny though. If you think about it. You remember the Festivus for the rest of us, right? Huh? What? It's a Seinfeld episode. It was. I
don't like that show.
Yeah, I know. A lot of people don't.
I don't get it.
I never got it to begin with, but it's not really funny. It just rhetorical, and it was on, and it had a canned laughter, and that was it. Poof. Let's take a look at these time zones explained by Twiggy. I think this thing goes for they do it all in 3 minutes and 11 seconds. How do they do that? I want to know. Poof. But here we go.
What time is it?
What time is it, guys?
A seemingly easy question. But at any given moment, the time will be different in different places in the world.
How does that happen?
While one person is waking up to breakfast at 7 a.m.,
that looks like shit.
Another will be heading off to bed at 10 p.m.
Oh, they will.
Local time all depends on what time zone you're in. A time zone is simply a region on Earth which is bound by longitudinal lines. These lines, sometimes called meridians, run vertically from the North to the South Pole, each 15 degrees apart.
15 degrees apart.
Meridians break the world into 24 time zones. A time difference of 1 hour per zone occurs with the rotation of the Earth.
The rotation.
If it is, say, 2 p.m. at one meridian, 30 degrees west will be 2 time zones or 2 hours behind. So here, it would be high noon.
Wow.
Between zones 0 and 24 lies the international date line, where you cross from one day to the next.
Do you?
But who decided what time it was and where?
Who? Where?
Whatever time it is now, it is the result of an historic event in 1884. At the International Meridian Conference, Canadian Sir Sandford Fleming proposed that time begin at Greenwich, London,
Fleming.
a major trade and shipping
I would have
hub
never
at the
guessed.
time. Using Greenwich as the agreed universal meridian, the 24 time zones were established.
That's why there's 32 in the south, right?
The system was known as Greenwich Mean Time. By 1929, most countries had aligned their clocks accordingly. Because your body
man looks
clock
so
is
happy.
adapted to the time zone you live in, moving
Really?
around the globe into other time zones
Around the
can
globe?
affect you. If you travel
you're
from
flying
London to
around it.
Los Angeles, for example, you'll be 8 hours behind.
It wouldn't fucking matter. You just get used to it.
This means you'll be hungry when you should be sleeping, and nodding off when it's time to go out and explore.
Is it? That's what it means? Huh.
The time on your watch was set over a century ago. But wherever you go, it will be constantly changing.
Ooh. Well, that explained it all. Yeah. I think they're
Yeah,
full of shit.
It's so understandable. Thank you. Thank you very much, dumbass.
then
We're all dumb because of that.
Yeah. We got a little dumber as we got older.
Well, it's true, because they didn't really tell you anything.
Nope, they didn't. They
This
don't
is how it
really
works.
say anything.
Some dumbass who just fucking heard that in science class or something and thought, oh, I'm going to talk about that. I got to make a video.
Yeah. So Super said he did a new song. What was the song again, Super? He was telling me in the old chat. I don't know if it's in here. He did some. Yeah.
We don't do
if
jump
you,
chat, do
if you want to come in and talk about it, you can.
we?
My stream is pretty much ruined for tonight as it went. So
How dare you?
I know. How dare I? I'm like Greta. I don't know why that even became a thing. You got a Swedish girl going, "How dare you!" and it went viral. She'd get up and speak about something she had no idea about, and she's like, "How dare you!"
By playing it over and over and over and over.
over and over.
That's how it became that. It didn't become that just because she said it. Because if it would have just been anybody else, it would have just went right on by. But no, they made it that by playing it over and over and talking about it and making comments about it and then putting it in the newspaper and putting it in the blah, 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 blah. It's all bullshit. It's a storyline. That little girl didn't fucking have anything to do with anything. She probably didn't even know what the fuck they're talking about.
That's what I was thinking too.
She just made a comment in a fucking, as a kid, she just made a comment in a thing and it got people's attention and so they used it to fucking convince people to do stupid shit. That's what they always do.
They go protest in the front of buses.
Evil demonologist, or whatever the fuck you want to call them. Demon
Yeah, you can call it that.
Whatever you want to call them. Goose brain dumbasses. Evil piece of shit. They're going to burn hell. Yeah, I know.
I'll play one of Jim's right quick, though. He's got a couple of new ones out.
Okay. You got my permission.
This man makes videos like there is no tomorrow, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah. Is climate change real, Carrie? You mean it? Huh. Yeah, it's been known as the Four Seasons for a long time, from what I understand. But they'll charge you a tax for it. Let's see this little star here. Things bouncing around everywhere.
My bad.
Ding, 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 ding. So we learned that they don't even understand time in their own world. They really don't. Zoom in, zoom, Jim, zoom. That looks like a fiery inferno. still sitting in the dark, dude. The lights you turned off on me. Weird. A good thing I'm gonna get the next 2 days off. So. If they're spraying you like bugs, yeah, you're right, Karen. Why is the question? I haven't seen a chemtrail in 6 months, though. I've been really looking for them, though. Been busy, but I'm sure they're still doing it here. I'm going to quote one of the sprayers' comments. He said, "It's a necessary evil." This is after they came clean with actually doing the clouds like they were, the spray. So. I don't know what the hell it's doing. Oh. I thought I'd stop the video right there. That's a good pose right there. Oh yeah, DJ New Moon's video. He has skaters in it. He actually starting off with a skateboard.
Oh.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's been watching my streams.
Yeah, I guess he has, hasn't he?
Shame on him. Yeah, like I don't put them out there so people can see them. Well, so yeah. Anything interesting happening in your world?
Oh yeah,
lots, like such as. Throw it out there. I know people will hear your rants. So.
Nah, you don't want to. But yeah, seriously, no. I don't know. This thing with what's going on between some of my friends is really getting on my fucking nerves. But I can't control any of that, so I guess I'm just gonna go with it, you know. But,
yeah, I know what you mean.
Yeah, it's like I wish there was something I could do.
There ain't any.
To make, you know, just to make it easier, or whatever, you know, like. But then I feel like, well, I'm wasting my time because, you know, it's like, I don't know. Maybe I.
That's two of us.
Maybe I'm crazy.
No, you're not. Just mildly retarded like me.
Maybe.
There's nothing wrong with being mildly retarded to a point. Not everybody has all of the answers, you know?
I mean, well, you know. But, yeah. I don't know. I'm not angry at anybody today. Yeah, I don't know who to be angry at. Huh?
Yeah, you sound like you're tired too. So since DJ New Moon's going to do that video he starts off with a skateboarder in it. If you look at his intro that he put out, I thought I would play a skate video just to salute it. Mm-hmm. Salute. Yeah, why not, right? So I downloaded a Plan B video from back in the day. It's actually pretty. You've heard of Plan B before, right?
Yeah, right. So.
Plan B skateboarding.
Yeah.
They're a nice little organization, but back in the day they were like, yeah, I'm mildly retarded, Scott. You got it.
Yeah, Scott's right. It's mildly. Maybe more than mildly.
Yeah. I'm not afraid to use the word because I know people who are, and they know they are. But I mean the super people that are really retarded are in power for the most part. They run the show. They never do anything. They can't do anything for themselves. They're the definition of retarded in my head.
Yeah, I don't know what that's about. But.
Leaders, yeah. Now, real leaders, they're not retarded. People who actually go in and get things done, direct people and orchestrate things in real time in the real world, those people aren't retarded. It's the people that sit back and write legislation and never talk to people in the real world or can have day-to-day confrontations with anybody or any dealings with people. That's a new word. Medially retarded. Mediumly retarded. I've never heard of that one. Mediumly. Scott put that in there.
Oh, just mediumly.
Yeah,
slightly retarded. Yeah, that's what it is.
Yeah.
Slightly retarded, or gracefully retarded, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah, the real people who are like I've got a cousin.
You're fashionably late. You weren't late. You were just fashionably late.
Like I got a cousin, Jamie. He's actually got Down syndrome, and he's not completely functional in society, but he's one of the nicest people you'll ever meet.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about the ones that actually.
At the same time, so even when you've got issues like that, you're still a person. You know.
Huh. Let's see what Carrie put in. She put something in the chat. What is it? This video is intended for mature people. Cool. Let's play it right quick. I like mature people.
Mature people.
Thanks, Carrie. The Rubber Bandits. Outside Horses Outside is the name of it. Let's take a look. Maybe this will get us in trouble. I like getting in trouble.
Yes, so on.
Just for an island man on the big day.
Don't be going fucking doing stuff on their own like one of them couples, like, you know. Don't be afraid to have your house parties, even if there's children about it. I was around the house like that, drinking and drugging going on. It didn't do me any harm, you know.
We're going into the church now, lads. Can't wait. That's the mistake. That's what it is.
Looks like a wedding. Huh.
A church on Thomas Street. I'm looking at a bridesmaid and she looking back at me. When the service sends her,
he's looking at that thing you got on your face, dude.
I back to the hotel and if it goes well, finger on a shift. She says Fitzy tries a mincy and he offered me a spin. And I have a hand so I might just go with him. And Dara gave me said he'd bring me in a sober room. So what the fuck would make you think I'd wanna go with you? I said, fuck your Honda Civic, I've a horse outside. Fuck your Subaru, I have a horse outside. And fuck your Mitsubishi, I've a horse outside. If you're looking for a ride, I've a horse outside. She said, I don't believe you. I said, it's fucking true. I swapped him for a bag of Yorks in 1992. I don't need insurance, I don't need no parking space. And if you try to clap my horse, he'll kick you in the face. I don't pay no tax, fucking city. You'll arrive in style if you ride with me. And the boys are
you do it, Michael Jackson, dude, check that out.
jingling their keys. I look the fuckers up and down and get on one of these. I said, fuck your Honda Civic, drive a horse outside. Fuck your Subaru, I have a horse outside. And fuck your Mitsubishi, I have a horse outside. If you're looking for a ride, I have a horse outside. Giddy up now, baby, bless my soul. I rode the fuck around the field back since he was a fool. He runs a bit like Shelgar, and he jumps like Tiernan Og. He looks like Billy Piper after half an ounce of coke. And the boys are looking jealous as I lead you one away. Just before I close the door, I look at her and say, would you be my girl? And she says, I will, of course, if you grab me by the ponytail and ride me like a horse. Yeah, fuck your Honda Civic, I have a horse outside. Fuck your Subaru, I have a horse outside. Fuck your Mitsubishi, I have a horse outside. If you're looking for a ride, I have a horse. Now, baby, get it up now, baby. Get it up, get it up, get it up. But you can back up, baby. Get it up, but you ain't stopping. Get it up. I know you're about to get it right, so get it up, get it up, get it up, but you get it up.
And that was definitely different. What do you think?
You wanna know, Silla? I'm gonna take you out to Mullingar.
Somebody's getting the boot. Can't boot the horse. You can put him down, though. Well, that reminds me, I got to go feed the horses later.
Stamp it out, dude. Stamp it out, okay?
Oh, that was different, Carrie. That was fun.
That was different, Carrie?
Yeah, that was Carrie.
Carrie.
Gary Skates.
They're
in the chat. You see him? Fuck your Honda Civic. I'll have a horse all day was the name of it. Why the long face is super. That's beautiful, dude.
Long face.
How's that World of Bliss going out there, super? Have we got there yet? Bliss.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I wish life was all bliss. That'd be fun.
No, it wouldn't. It's fucking boring. Come on. Be boring as fuck.
Yeah.
I mean, because all we do is go around and get our dick sucked. So, I mean, what would be the fun of that? It would get boring after a while. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So the last time you had that happen, you were so pissed off about it, right?
What, me? No. I've had enough good experiences. I don't feel like I've done enough harm. You know what I mean? Like, I've been involved with enough bullshit. I don't need to, like, I feel like I've done enough of that. I don't need to get it out of my system anymore or anything like that.
Yeah, good God. See, Kerry put something else in. Let's see what it is. He's teasing me.
Most guys don't get to, so I'll just say that I'm happy and lucky and whatever, and hopefully I don't go to hell for it. That's all.
Oh, so you've heard a song called "Not a Globe"?
Maybe.
I've probably seen it. Just don't know. I'll play that after I play this skate video.
I actually
Plan B. Huh?
The only person that makes music that I actually listen to, well, there's two of them actually that have anything to do with Flat Earth, or DJ, and that other guy, that guy that makes the really good songs. Forget his fucking name now. He looks like
Are you talking about Cheswick?
No, I'm talking about the other guy, the guy that did an actual album of songs.
The Guru.
Yeah.
Conspiracy Music Guru. Yeah.
Conspiracy Music Guru. I like his stuff. He makes some good. I like his tunes. They're professional. They're good. He sings well. He's got a bunch of different kinds of music in there. It's pretty good. I love it. I can get down on that kind of shit. But some of this weird shit that people make, like these raps, they're just fucking bad, dude. They're just horrible. They're not well thought out. They're just thrown together and because people want to fucking look cool, and it's just horrible shit. At least DJ uses AI so it doesn't sound bad, you know? You know what I mean? It's like...
Yeah, I get it.
I mean, I'm not saying I'm not bitching at anybody in particular. I'm just saying that I think most of the Flat Earth songs that are out are just not that great, bro. I mean, there's a few diamonds in the rough, don't get me wrong, but, like, majority of them they're just cheesy songs, like, if they weren't about Flat Earth, I wouldn't listen to them. You know what I'm saying? Like, the only reason why I'm interested is because of the Flat Earth part, but it's hard for me to hold on to that alone, just because somebody sings about Flat Earth doesn't mean I like your song necessarily, but I don't want to be a dick either, Like, I don't know how to react to it sometimes. It's like, I don't want to say I don't like your stuff, because then you're going to think I'm being mean to you. But, I mean, I'm just trying to be honest with you so that you don't embarrass yourself. But, if you want to go in there and embarrass yourself and then tell yourself that you're good, and when everybody else thinks the opposite, that's okay with me too. But, hope that you're not deceiving yourself,
We do have two Flat Earth musicians in the audience, sir.
Yes, we do. And they're decent. They're actually decent at it. That's why I didn't say anything about that. But,
Super Sidewinder and Scott Level Realm. Those two. Yeah. Now let's take a look at this here skate video. It's going to be fun. You ready? Just say poof, and I'll push the button. We're in the clouds. Plan B presents. Oh, somebody's coming in. Hey, Scott.
Yo.
Again.
Come on, man.
We were Plan B for back in the day, don't you?
Yeah, of course.
I watched this one earlier. It's a good video, dude.
Don't call it a comeback. I've been here for years. I'm rocking my pants.
Dude, that's sick. Oh, this is Jocelyn guy.
He's good.
He's kind of a dick, though. Doesn't he seem like a dick?
Yeah, he does.
I think I'm pretty sure he's on roids. I can tell he's on roids. Or HGH.
Some of these pictures, you'll see the one he goes, he got it. It's
You can see a plan.
Maybe it's all sweet. Never could get the help from that.
That's crazy. That's crazy, dude.
I don't know who the other guy is, but he's good too.
That's crazy, dude. Crazy, dude. Oh. Dude, that's like 16 stairs. That's like 16 stairs, dude. Look. That's like 15 stairs, dude.
The most I've ever done, I think, was close to 15 stairs.
Dude, that's switch. That was a switch, too. Like, it's oh.
He gets it though. He keeps going. The way he lands is just he's rocking. Here it comes.
Whoa. What, dude? That's insane. That's insane. Look at that thing. Look at that.
That was so smooth. That's what I'm saying. That was it. What do you think?
That guy, he's on, like, something, what do you call that? Enhancement drugs. I guarantee you.
Yeah, I gotcha.
I know it for a fact, dude. Anyway, yeah, some kind of, steroids or whatever. So, Roger, your title gave me the idea, and I totally forgot about something, right? Have you guys ever heard of how the sun speeds up and slows down?
Oh, yeah.
In the South? No, what?
Does it?
Well, that's the question. Does it? Because listen though, so if you go on Time and Date, and look up. I looked up how they have universal time. Right. The first thing I looked up is universal time. I was like, and they started that in like the 1800s, right?
Yeah, we just did a little clip of that, basically.
Yeah. And so then I was like thinking about how have you ever seen anyone that take a video of the sun setting, or not? See, the thing is, you can't do it setting because you have to have it on a like a wall or something, right? And the speed of the sun, because it has to get faster in the South, no matter what, actually.
Yeah.
Because according to the elliptical pattern, so according to flat Earth, the circular AE map, right? It has to go faster because it has to travel faster, right? But dude, when you look it up, they say, well, it doesn't change speeds, but the Earth changes speeds around the sun. So that means, so think about that, right? So wait, hold on. So wait, that's bullshit.
Yeah, it is.
You can't say that something something traveling, like we're going into the, heliocentric model, right? So a ball traveling around another ball. If that one ball travels faster and it's spinning, twirling, right? The Earth twirls, right?
I've heard
so
it.
Yeah, I've heard it too. It's bullshit. I wrote a song about it, and it was mediocre. It was mediocre by Ryan's standards. It was mediocre.
Mediocre. Oh yeah, you know what I played the other night? I played Lord Fentanyl as an opener.
Wait, who's that?
Promise. You sent me the song, dude. Lord Fentanyl.
Oh yeah, the new one.
Yeah, it's Pucifer and.
Oh yeah.
I didn't realize it though. I was looking at.
Oh, you played it? You played it?
I didn't get a strike for it neither. I was like, all right.
Dude, Ryan, can you believe I knew a Primus song before Mr. Freaking Primus himself? I knew it before him.
I mean, Primus kicked it. Kidding.
I got lucky. I went into a Primus spiral, and I started looking up Primus songs because of Roger. Because the other night he played on the that one album, the album with Juaneto's Got a Big Brown Beaver. That was the hit song on that album, right? But dude, and look at what I said, Roger. I said, dude, that might have been the best sounding recording by them, and it really, I think it is. Pork Soda is good. Pork Soda is actually maybe almost as good.
Okay, now I'm going to ask you another question. You ever heard of a band called Sausage?
I do remember.
Yeah. Remember Sausage? Yeah. What was that again? I forget.
That's
so
Les
weird.
Claypool again. It's Les Claypool. Just like what was the other one? The
Frog Brigade.
And they got another one. Was it the?
Dude, he's had Green Jello. Dude, he's had less bands than me, but a lot of bands.
Oh yeah.
I've been in 50 bands. He's been in 30 or 40 maybe. It's so crazy.
30 or 40.
I know, but he starts most of his. There was one called Oyster, I think. Wasn't there one called Oyster he did too?
I don't remember that. No.
Les Claypool Frog Brigade did the Purple Onion. You ever heard that?
Purple Onion. Well,
I don't know, dude. I've forgotten more things than I've forgotten more bands that I've been in than people have been in bands.
I'm gonna play the Purple Onion for you just for that. You'll like this song. You ever heard Simon Says?
My little sausage buddy Will Duffy. That's funny. That's that could be a rap. That could be a rap or a lyric. My little sausage buddy Will Duffy. What are you talking about over there? If I was a rapper, I would totally use that as that one guy that's a super awesome rapper.
And I actually had a song that I could sing. I don't think I put Duffy's fucking dumbass name in it.
I know, but I mean, if you're trying to be funny, sometimes just for a mixtape,
Okay. Now, when you were growing up, you remember the song Simon Says, right?
The song Simon Says? You mean the game, retard?
No, there's a song.
A song called Simon Says?
No, it's a game, dude. Yes, a game.
Yes, that's what I just said, Roger. Yeah.
Sorry, but they made a song out of it. That's what Gless did.
He's trying to make something out of it, isn't it, right?
Dude, remember playing that stupid Simon game and then you were like, oh, I just want to smash it and punch it?
Yeah, well, Simon Says was a little different. It was just a game that you're usually your sister, the girl next door would play with you to keep you from getting close to her or something.
In school, they did it in school. Actually,
they made us do it in class, dude. They get up in front of the class. And Simon Says, "Put your hand on your head. Put your right hand on your head," and then you would fuck it up.
It's a lesson. It's a lesson on following instructions. It's a lesson on following instructions. It's very simple.
Here's a purple onion. You ready?
It's an IQ test. By the way, it's an IQ test.
Apple that doesn't need to do their will. Fuck them.
Yeah, fuck them. All right. Now this is the
Purple Onion.
Simon Says Purple Onion. This is Les Claypool and the Frog Brigade. Yeah. You'll like it. Here we go. 6-string bass, by the way.
Now there's a Wojo.
Wojo's been around a little bit.
These are all unconventional instruments. It's nothing conventional. This drummer was awesome.
Yeah, I don't think this is the original. Let me go back.
Dude, the drummer.
No, you think the original? Yeah,
the drummer was so cool because he played all the crazy instruments and stuff. Like all of them played all crazy instruments in his band, like unconventional instruments.
Did you ever get a chance to go to the Oddities Fest?
No, I'm not gay, Roger.
Not that Oddities, dude.
I don't know about that, bro. I've been wondering.
Okay, thanks. I don't know what you're wondering about, but
oh, look, when you do it this way, it is a skateboard. That's kind of cool. It's like more like a skateboard.
What?
The restream.
God. Oh my god, that's funny. That's fucking funny.
I think this is it. Let's try it. Yeah, this is it.
That sounds like Tim Herb. That sounds like Tim Herb Alexander.
Could be. He's fast.
Yeah, this drummer's awesome. Oh yeah, I saw this live. I saw it in a live version. Yeah, it's pretty good.
And all they go is, I want to do what Simon says. I want to do what Simon says. All right.
Who's gonna do what Simon says?
That'll give you a headache about this thing.
Dude, I never heard this one. The real version. I never heard the studio version.
Go.
This is totally like you need a refined musical palette. This is like techno before, like actual techno, like actual playing techno, live techno. It's actually way cooler live. Because they pull it off. You know how he's like a stickler? He's so a perfectionist, you know, like Sting, like Prince and Sting and like Michael Jackson and oh yeah, James Brown. You can say anything you want over it. Put your own lyrics in. Put your own lyrics in. Put your own lyrics in.
I don't want to sing.
Ryan, what's up?
Hey, Ryan, how's it going?
You can say whatever you want, and it works. Just kind of talk in the rhythm. Kind of talking the rhythm. Kind of talking the rhythm.
Rap live. Right, one finger for advertising.
Whatever he said. Yeah, whatever he said. Yeah, whatever he said.
I don't want to do what Simon says.
Why not, Roger?
I don't like Simon.
Well, you have to. The teacher said so. Or else you're out the game. What was that, like 1990? What year was that? 93?
Had to be like 94, I was going to think.
Something like that, yeah. Mid-90s, I think, yeah.
Yeah.
Because wasn't that was during Primus, obviously, right?
Yeah.
It was a side project, yeah.
Yeah, side project.
That's what's so it's confusing, you know?
Yeah.
I remember my brother-in-law had a Frogger Brigade t-shirt, and I was like, what the heck is that? He's like, that's Primus. I'm like, what? I didn't even know about that.
All right. The first Primus album I ever had was Sailing the Seas of Cheese.
Wait, what are you about to play? Are you about to play My Friend?
This is Kerry Skates put this in. It's called...
Yeah, this is freaking... This is our song. Yeah, this is flat. Well, we did this song. Go ahead.
Huh, why not?
This is me and... Well, not me, but I played this. It's Christian Knapp. It's Christian Knapp, right?
Huh. I don't know who it is. I didn't see the... When I just clicked the link.
Which song is it? It's what do you call
Globe, it? Christian Knapp.
Yeah, Not a Globe. Yeah.
There you go.
I know his video. He's my boy.
He's your boy?
Well, yeah. He's in my band. He's in one of my bands. One of my 3 bands.
But I don't want to do what Simon says. So. Darn.
Yeah, I didn't even know that was the one that I've seen that live, like the live version of that. It was freaking like those guys are awesome, dude. I would have loved to see those guys.
I went to see them at Fort Tuthill in Flagstaff.
The Frog Brigade?
Spaces in here.
Primus.
Primus.
Yeah, on my birthday, June 5th, 2000. What was it?
I never saw them.
Yeah, but they did a birthday show that night, and it was like custom made for everything I was going through right then. It was like they knew what I was doing.
Oh, you mean like the songs were like talking to you?
Yeah, but really, like it was just like it was so cohesive. It was like a laid back show in the middle of the woods outside of Flagstaff. I was tripping my balls off. I'm watching spacemen bounce up and down.
Dude, I don't even know if I could take it. A Primus tripping, like it's already tripping. Like it already makes me feel like I'm tripping. You know what I mean? Like, but I know. Back in the day when I was tripping, I used to see bands too. So it's just how did we do that back then? I don't even know how we even did it. I feel so old now.
I have no idea, dude. I just did it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, well, yeah, I know. It's like, hey, take 2 of these. Oh, I'll take 5. Okay.
Yeah, it's all right, man. I'll handle it. I'll be up like for the next 4 days. But yeah,
dude, those are gel. Bro, those are gel tabs. You're not supposed to take that many. Oh well. Oh well. I'll see you next week.
I took 2 gel tabs Florida boy brought over to a show we were doing at in Arizona.
Oh yeah, that's where the bad ones came. I mean, the crazy ones came from Florida, dude. That's where
They gave me 2
the Florida
gel tabs. Yeah.
Don't trust the Florida guys, dude, with all those things because it's always like 10 times stronger.
It was crazy. This show was who was there? This was Monster. It was a Halloween show. They did it ASU right there on the lake.
Oh yeah, for sure. Rob Zombie and Monster Magnet.
It was Rob Zombie. He had Jerry and Doyle play with him. On
Wait, did you go? Did you go to that one thing with Rob Zombie and Kid Rock in like 2000?
No.
Yeah,
sorry.
that one.
I've never seen Kid Rock. I'm sorry. Not that
I didn't either. I missed Kid Rock, but
I passed up seeing Marilyn Manson to go see Pantera do Cowboys from Hell.
Oh, you chose well. You chose. Yeah. You chose. That was a good choice because what? Come on, you got to see Pantera.
I had two of my best friends are twins, and they wanted to go see Marilyn Manson. That these are two, Melissa and Lori. They're identical twins, and
I was gonna say those girls. Okay, good, because identical twin men don't do that. Don't hang out with those guys. Those guys are horrible.
Yeah, I got some of those too. I got Eric and Aaron Davis. They're actually identical twins.
Dude, that's so crazy. Eric and Derek is, dude, bro. Hold on. Eric and dude, listen to this, guys. Eric and Derek are the twins that are my stepson's dads, and I used to make fun of them before he was even born. And like, I'm
make up each other on TV.
I used to like just pick on them like at the bar, and then one of them became the baby daddy of my kid. Like I was like, oh yeah, dude. I'm like, well, no, I'm saying like my wife, it's like, dude, you guys were your two dads were like weirdos.
My two dads.
Yeah, his three dads.
I like.
All right, let's play this song before we get even weirder.
Who names your kids Eric and Derek?
Forced into my mind, this made up glow. Now I've set free my mind.
This is not one of his best songs.
This life should last forever.
It's not bad.
At least we are together. I know I'm not alone. We know it's not alone. Anywhere, whenever, apart but still together. I know I'm not alone. We know it's not a glow. It's not a glow. I'm not alone. I'm not alone. We know it's not a glow. Spinning ball earth. I now know that you're fake. Deceived since birth. I'm no longer being played. If this life should last forever, at least we are together. I know I'm not alone. We know it's not a glow. Anywhere, whenever, apart but still together. I know I'm not alone. We know it's not a glow. It's not a glow. I'm not alone. I'm not alone. We know it's not a glow. Not alone.
It's not a glow. Not a glow.
Thank God.
So listen to this, Roger. You can cut it. You can cut it up. You don't have to play the whole thing.
I'm pretty sure we got the gist of it. It's not a globe.
Yeah. It's not a globe. But it's funny. We played another song. I was not playing drums on that. That was a digital drums thing. That was before me. But he has another song called "Wise Up."
Without you? No.
So listen, he did this song called "Wise Up," and so we always say, David Wise Up." You'd have to be there.
It's just corny. Yeah. I found another skater though. I wanted to look at his stuff. Ryan Sheckler. You ever heard of him?
I have his board. It's funny because I have his one of his first boards. It's all like mint condition. I'm holding on to it because I know it'll be worth something eventually. Yeah, he's Plan B too. Yeah, right. It's a Plan B board.
I think it is.
Yeah, Scheckler. Yeah, I always forget his stupid little name because he's like a stupid little kid that he's like was amazing when he was young. I'm like, dude, you little bastard.
Little Danny Way.
Like Danny Way. Well, that's way before that, dude.
Danny Way was 14 when I first saw him. He came down to South Carolina.
Dude. Danny Way was like way crazy.
Yeah, but he wasn't really skating there. He was following Tony around. The Bones Brigade was down there, and he was following him around. Rodney and Tony were down there doing an expo at Ike's Skate Shop down in Rock Hill, South Carolina. And they would made a stop there. The Bones Brigade made it a point because Ike's been there forever. He'd been there for 30 years before skating got popular. He made his own boards and stuff. So.
Where was that?
Ike's Skate Shop in Rock Hill. It's right between Rock Hill and York, South Carolina.
Oh, South Carolina? Okay.
Yeah. It's right over the border, right? You know where Rock Hill is?
Yeah, I know. Right. I mean, I have a family in that area. Fort Mill and Rock Hill. Yeah, right on the border, right near that, what's it called? Carowinds.
Carowinds is Paramount owns it now, but
yeah.
Carowinds.
That place is
when I was a kid. Yeah.
It's cool, yeah. It's Carowinds.
Thunder Road, dude. That White Lightning.
Oh yeah, little kid rides. Roger likes the kiddie rides.
The kiddie rides. White Lightning is the kiddie ride, dude.
No, dude. And now they have like, dude. Seriously though, now they have like the 160 mile an hour, or no, 100, not 160 mile an hour. It's like a 120 mile an hour thing. It's crazy. It's pretty cool, actually.
Yeah.
It's roller coaster talk.
Yeah.
No, dude. Skateboarding is very similar, though. Obviously, whatever. Dude, I've been watching skating now because of you, dude. So, I mean, play some skating, dude.
Yeah. DJ New Moon's featuring a skateboard at the beginning of his new video, so that's why I'm
No, it's DJ Full Moon now. He changed it.
He changed it to Full Moon? The reason he calls himself New Moon is because he releases a song every new moon. That's what he tries to do.
Is that what it is?
Did you know that?
Yeah, you told me that once, but I forgot.
He looks older here, doesn't he? Let's check him out. You ready? Oh, that's crazy. Yeah. Ouch.
Dude, that's so crazy.
Oh, look out for that game.
Oh, yeah.
You know Ray Barbie's still skating, by the way?
Ray Barbie? Dude.
Yeah.
Wow.
He's still putting out videos. Yeah.
Really? Dude, look. That's insane right there. Look. And then bailing.
Yep.
Dude, isn't it crazy how bailing has become... Bailing is like as good as skating now. Like, you know, like I said before.
When you finally get the shot. Yeah.
Dude, I never did anything that crazy, but like I'm feeling all the things my mom used to tell me. You're gonna feel all that when you're 47.
You are. I'm a noob.
Yeah, Ryan Scheckler is always big. Like he always goes big.
I'm sure he busted his ass a couple of times there, didn't he?
Dude, I think you're making the skateboard I have worth more money now. Like an old skateboard is worth more money by you playing this.
I'm trying to remember.
Like, think about it.
I am. Think about who made Plan B.
I don't remember, like, who was the beginning of Plan B? Who was the first skater? He might have...
Klein, I think. You remember Jeremy Klein, right? Jeremy Klein and somebody out of Dogtown.
Look at that. Did you see that?
I did.
That was sick, dude.
I don't see steroids here. I see a lot of hard work. Oh.
Whoa. Dude, that's sick. Look. Oh. All right.
You gotta blame Nodis for most of this shit. Dude, Nodis started.
Whoa.
That was a nice stall, though.
Is this all Ryan Sheckler? This is just him?
I think so. That ain't him. That's somebody else.
No, I was gonna say no. It's not all him.
Mostly him, though.
There's a plan B.
I'm trying to remember the name of the board company that Mike Mullally started after he left Powell Peralta.
Oh yeah, what was that one called? Yeah, the guy that left Powell Peralta. I forget it. I forget, dude. Yeah, what was that?
He put out a barnyard model and did the first.
Didn't he start? He started Birdhouse, right?
No, that's Tony Hawk.
I know, but I thought that the guy that left, because Tony Hawk left Powell. It might have been. I don't know. I thought that's what it was. I thought Birdhouse was from Powell and Tony.
Yeah.
Maybe, I don't know.
Mike Mullally's company started after Powell. Had the first kick nose on it. That's kind of right when Plan B started.
Dude, that was sick. That was sick. Oh.
Even though you dried it off, motherfucker. Ouch. I got arrested doing one of those, actually. Back in the day. They had this thing called Ardan. They had a bank with a hustle like that. They had no trespassing, no skateboarding signs up on it.
Hold on. Look at Wojo's. Look at Wojo said. That's funny. That's hilarious, dude. That's so funny, dude. Wojo, good job.
Nice.
You can turn the music down, Roger. You know that, right? You know you can turn the music down? Like the musical?
Music, man. That's what
there you go. Oh, look at that. Look at that. It's going to this soccer field.
Yep.
That's sick, dude. Whoa.
He's coming in fakey doing that, dude. Nice.
It was Switch? It was fakey doing that?
Yeah.
Whoa.
But you saw him bust his ass like 30 times before he got to see that.
Well, yeah, but that's what they do.
Yeah, I've done it. How many times have you tried to get to a handrail?
I was going to say, dude, I used to get freaking so many giant, scars everywhere. I mean, dude, it sucks. Scars everywhere.
My legs one day. My shins are complete scar tissue in the front.
Oh, well, that's what you get, dumbass.
Yep, I know. It's true.
Ride the skateboard. Yeah.
My feet are fucked up. I didn't even do stunts. All I did was just ride the skateboard and fuck my feet up. I can imagine what you guys look like.
Good for you, dude.
You probably fucked up like mine are. They hurt like hell all the time, dude. Fucking popping and shit and cracking all the time.
Yeah,
it was not a good.
Go to Charlotte.
He's damn near fucking disabled now. He can't only walk. He can skate, but he can't fucking walk. It's crazy. You know what I mean?
Go to Charlotte, North Carolina. You know where you're near Charlotte, right? How far are you?
Of course, yeah. I'm an hour and a half.
Okay. Fucking horrible.
Go down to the Duke Power Building, and you'll see these like monolithic transitions up to the building, and in front of them, they got a monument. Yeah, you used to ride those all day long. There's a handrail set across from it, from a parking garage. I think that's the staircase I was talking about, like 16 stairs. I did it.
16? You did 16? It's pretty good, dude. It's pretty good, dude, honestly.
skater
Oh,
from hell.
you don't make it the first time, dude. I promise.
Dude, no, but like, dude, if you do 10, it's pretty good.
You know that? I am not worthy to be in the presence of skaters.
What do you? No, dude. I guarantee you've done some scary things. I guarantee you've done some scary things on a bike. Like you're, a mountain bike. You're mountain biked.
Yeah, he probably has.
I mean,
Harmon's stepping in. Hey, Harmon.
I just want Ryan to holler at me a few times. I don't feel like my day's complete unless he hollers at me.
Holler at him, Ryan.
Come on, Ryan. Give him what for. Harmon deserves it, man.
Get me, Ryan.
What do you know about skating?
I know it's dumb.
It's dumb. Yeah, it's for dummies.
No, I just know it takes a lot of skill, and I couldn't stand. I barely have a hard time standing up. I tried it a bunch of times, and it just wasn't for me.
Good.
I could never.
Okay.
I busted my ass every time I looked at one. And that's from the 60s when I was doing with those crazy wheels.
Yeah,
and I tried roller skates. I tried everything. It just
that was back when they put roller skates. They put roller skates on a little like a little board, like a cutting board. Yeah, and you said I can't do that.
Oh man, it was terrible. And my dad, he could roller skate like it was nothing. You know, if you remember back and watching the movies in the 30s and 40s and stuff like that, they had the big roller rinks everybody went to on Friday and Saturday night.
In the 30s and 40s?
When my dad did.
Well, we used to do that when I was a kid too. So
we didn't have it where I was
in
at.
the 80s. That was in the 80s.
In the 80s, guys had roller rinks?
Yes,
Yeah, we did. I actually started speed skating a little while. We started a little team and we would race, try to get championships and stuff.
That was when Roger was super gay.
Oh yeah,
the roller was cool because your parents would drop you off there. They give you a bunch of money to get for a few hours, and you
get pizza. You get the pizza, the crappy pizza.
Yep, the crappy pizza, the crappy whatever the fuck they served. It was horrible food.
Yep.
Yeah, in our town, we didn't even have a movie theater.
They give you pictures.
Poor Armin. Poor Armin.
I think I've told you that before. Right now, we only got one grocery store, and you can't buy any tennis shoes, pillows, anything for clothing or bedding, or just food.
Wait, hold on. You can't get tennis shoes. You can't get tennis shoes to play tennis, Armin?
No, and then the town I grew up in.
Oh,
right now, Blythe, California. The closest place you go is 60 miles away to get to buy clothes and stuff.
60
miles. Place called Park, Arizona.
Dude, you're further out than I am. It's like 30 miles for me.
Is it really? Last year I was going to the beach. My friends invited me to the beach, so I go to my town, and I was going to buy some pillows. I said, well, I'll just stop in Blythe and buy some pillows. You know, my hometown. I hadn't been there for a year or so. And I'm telling you, you can't buy anything like that. Not even a pillow. Shoelaces, maybe.
Hold on, Harmon. It's Pillow Talk with Harmon.
Ryan, you accuse Roger now, and now I say anything. I think your mind goes that way all the time.
What did
I say?
It must be you because you bring it up.
Ryan didn't say anything.
I know I'm the weirdo, but you guys fall in. You're the ones that fall into it and start saying it.
You're definitely a weirdo. I think.
Now
Harmon.
tell me who started in the movie Pillow Talk.
I just started it. It's a new movie.
No, it's an old movie. Rock Hudson and Doris Day.
Oh, I didn't know that. Rock Hudson.
Yeah.
Rock Hudson was gay, by the way. Harmon,
I know. That's what I'm saying. It's funny you said that because the name of the movie that he was in with Doris Day was Pillow Talk.
Okay. So this is Scott talking, not Ryan.
Oh, it's Scott talking? I thought it was Ryan.
No. I want to explain this. This is Scott.
Okay, Scott.
Okay. All right, Harmon.
So who was calling who gay then? Was it Ryan calling people gay or you, Scott?
Your mom was calling you gay. I heard.
So Ryan, I was blaming you, Ryan.
Okay, blame me. I guess I'll take it this time. My fault this time. I'll take it.
You go even one step gayer and go blame it on Millie. But
I don't want to call anybody gay because my interpretation of gay isn't the same as your guys' is. So
it's Scotty Closet. Is that what we call him? Scotty Closet.
Scotty Closet. He says. So Harmon, I never taught you before. So this is Scott Level Realm. Nice to meet you there, Harmon.
You too, sir.
Okay. calm down a little bit. I see you're a little bit uppity.
I'm too old to be uppity. I double your age.
Yeah, that's weird. Oh, you're double 47. You're dead then.
And then no, I'm 67.
Okay, that's not doubled. You know math?
No. And, well,
you
in my
understand?
town, that was Jethro Bodine at school, so I did graduate. So, but it was
You graduated high school? Good for
no,
you.
I did not graduate high school.
Oh, you didn't? You didn't?
No,
okay.
I did not.
Okay.
I did not graduate.
Paper that says you guys are dumbasses. That's all you got. I don't.
Oh fuck! I want to play this refraction video that healthy.
Another fucking refraction video, Roger. Come on,
more refraction, Roger. Roger, refraction.
High motion refraction, dude.
Roger, refraction doesn't make the Earth a globe. It doesn't, really? Roger.
It doesn't.
No, it doesn't.
I'm starting to bite my nails now. I'm feeling nervous.
No, don't do that, Roger. Don't do that. It's bad for you.
I don't give a shit.
And neither do I. Okay,
let's
play this right quick.
All day long. I don't give
they're your friends, Scott. You know these guys.
You can see me now. All right. Good boy.
Wait, whoa. Who's my friend here besides you and Ryan?
Health and Carmody.
Who?
Health
and Harmony, whatever that means.
I don't see it. Oh, the heart. No, the H heart. Earth.
No. Read it on the screen.
I can't see it, dude.
Health and Carmody.
Heath Carmody.
Heath. My bad.
Heath Carmody, retard.
Yeah.
Roger, where have you been?
I had to read it, dude. I had to slow down.
It's not my friend. I know him. I know of him.
Okay.
I know him.
He does good videos, doesn't he? Yeah, I like.
Wow.
Yeah, nice sometimes.
Glad nobody asked you if you like me. You probably tell him, no, I don't know that guy. Fuck him.
Yeah, I do. People ask me.
I mean, Roger, he thought it was. Roger thought it was the Heath bar. Is it Heath bar?
Well, most of the people that know Roger don't know who the fuck I am, and I'm on here every fucking time, damn near that he is. So I don't know what
you get 2 views, and Roger gets 25.
I thought I stood out. I thought I was a sore thumb in the whole fucking thing, but obviously Roger's the shit, and I'm nothing.
No, Ryan, you're the shit too. You're the big piece of shit.
You're right in it. Like the rest of us.
I got something on release.
You're the big shit.
Oh, by the way,
the head honcho.
I want a pat on the back for everybody that subscribed recently.
Oh.
We're at over 300 now. So
give a pat on the back.
He's not good.
302.
We broke 3.
Yeah.
I wonder what mine looks like.
Oh, 302.
I wonder if it's right.
I have one of those in my truck right now.
I was gonna say a 308. 308. Get the 308. Get the 308.
Show me yours. I'll show you mine.
You will? I don't want to see it, dude. I've seen
it. Right here. See it? It's right here. See how big it is? Big and it's heavy and it's long.
Ryan.
Real. Yeah.
Ryan.
Real.
I just went out and set up all my binoculars, all my gear, set it on the table, had it all lit up and stuff, and I went to get my phone out of the car. Yep, it was back at the house.
Back at the house? It's always back at the house.
Man, so I had to break it all. It took me a half an hour to set everything up. I was going to show you everything I had set up out there, and then I had to go back. That
you can't just leave it out there. You can't just leave it out there. You had to put it all back.
No, I ain't going to leave that shit out there. Hell no, it's like, so I had to bring it all back in and pack it up, and we'll do it again tomorrow then.
Damn it, that sucks.
I know. I was going to show you the whole setup.
Right on. Yeah, I would like to
see action, dude. I'd like to see that work.
Ooh. Oh boy, man. I love this. So much fun.
And our humidities are high from the rain. We usually don't have any humidity. If we get past 15% humidity, it's pretty bad out here. But today it's like 65.
Where's my salt doing?
Nice. Well, I'm gonna hit this video right quick.
All right.
Tell me what you think.
Damn, what do I do with that salt?
Wait, hold on, before you do that. Before.
You think for the salt? Okay. Here it is. Yeah. Oh yeah.
You gonna hit play?
Bug salt. See?
He said before I hit play. Okay.
Oh yeah. Okay. I just
you said hold on.
Yeah. So Harmon, you're the guy that used to call in to Jaron.
Yes.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm just wondering.
Yeah, I'm one
That's
of
who
those
you are.
guys too. I've called
Yeah.
it behind him on is a speaker's corner, as you call it.
No, you were only doing that. You were doing that to talk crap to Jaron. Listen, Harmon was like Jaron's friend, I think. Right? You're like best buddies with Jaron, right?
Well,
Yeah. Well.
he knew, well, we talked privately. Yes.
Well, yeah.
Hold on, I didn't even know that part. I didn't know you talked privately to Jaron. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, did you get a dick pic too?
We
no.
bonded basically over sports. He's a Giant fan. I'm a Dodger fan.
Baseball. You're baseball
Yeah.
guys. Okay. All right.
That's how we got. That's how we got talking.
And then you got into Bitcoin, and you guys are like, "Ooh, Bitcoin," and you're like, "Ooh, me too, Bitcoin." And you guys, right?
No, I never did Bitcoin. I never
No?
followed him on his stuff. No, I just listened to him. I never did that. I
just
did
listened to him on Bitcoin. Like, did you
Yeah,
go
I
to
did.
Bitcoin?
I don't think it's bad that you believed in him. We all believed in him at one point, right?
No,
We all thought
it's not that.
No, not me.
No,
Don't
no.
do not do that, dude.
Shut
Don't
up,
do that,
dude.
Ryan.
You did too. Back
Ryan,
in the very beginning, you watched his videos. You admitted it the other day.
Jaron.
Jaron.
Hey, Scott, when do you think he was turning, or did you ever think that he was a flat earther?
He was always no. I think he was always a freaking bullshitter. Yeah,
I do
always.
too. I look back and I'm going back to the times, and I kept calling him out on stuff. If you remember, they always argued with me. They always didn't like my point of view.
Dude. I because I never watched it, but I remember you being on there like a couple times because I kind of keep up with all the retards sometimes.
Yeah, okay.
You know what I mean?
So, wow. And I've told him several times, even like 2 days before he left, we're talking on the phone. And I said,
you were talking on the phone before he left to Antarctica?
Yeah, about 2 days before. And
2 days before, yeah.
And I told him, I said, dude, I've been telling you forever because I never followed any of those guys till like 2021 because that's when my buddy Antonio Subarat passed away. And I used to listen to Antonio and a guy's named Peter.
Who was that? That name sounds familiar.
Antonio? He's over on our side at Oakley's. He got started with me, actually. Yeah.
Well, he started. Yeah, he was the first with the FE Core and Gold Busters. And then he broke off with them, he says he found out that they were all a bunch of whatever, and he broke off with them, and I followed him, and I didn't never go with Dave or any of those that for a long time. And then when Antonio died, I went to Jaron's show and stuff like that after that, and that was all downhill.
Okay, so I have a question really quick. I just thought of something. So we have this friend called Luca. He has like a little bit of autism. Do you have a little bit of autism, Harmon?
No, not yet.
Not a little bit? No, not yet. Not yet.
Yeah.
Okay, I think you have a little bit. Anyway, go ahead.
Anyway,
Roger.
so if I just finished. Okay, so when I told Jaron, I said, you can't. I said everybody knows forever that the sun goes like this. He spent like 5-hour video stream trying to show that the sun circled down in the south, and I kept telling him, I said, it goes. Rises south to the east and sets south to west.
Yeah. You told him.
He would not. Huh?
Let me tell you something. You know who told him that in 2017, which was 9 years ago?
Which Antonio came out before Jake.
Jake the asshole. Yeah. Well,
no,
okay.
Antonio came out before Jake.
Good job there.
He even wrote a book.
Good job. Yes.
All right.
Okay.
So you want to you want to go side with Jake and his little?
No, I'm not siding with Jake at
all.
His
teeny weeny self.
No. What I'm telling you is that people did tell Jaron that.
No. A very long
time ago.
And so I called Mark Sargent's bluff the other day, and so I emailed him and said, "Can you call if you get a chance?" So the next day he called me, right?
You're just Mark Harmon's everywhere.
So I asked him. I said, I was going to question him a little bit, and I said, "Hadn't you heard that south of east and south of west setting and stuff?" I never heard that. I go, "You're telling me you did the clues, but you turn around and you don't know this?"
Yes. Like he was an implant. He someone gave him that job and he just took it by the reins. He wasn't
because that's what I'm just saying. I was surprised he didn't. He said he never heard of it. And so yesterday, I listened to a little bit of his show, and he never really talks anything but movies and stuff like that, I guess.
Dude, so you're like a baby truther, right? you're like a how many years now? How many years?
Since 16.
16? 16.
Yeah.
And you're still talking like this. And you're
No,
like,
I'm just saying I came back
you've
and
been
asked
everywhere.
them questions. I'm just
But, like,
asking
are
them
you
questions.
You're stuck in like an echo chamber, right? You know that, right?
You're stuck in an eruption mode.
Oh yeah, I know because you're in an echo chamber. You're talking about stuff from 10 years ago.
Okay, so do you think?
You're caught up in
let's see how smart you are. Let me get you on flat Earth. You ready?
Go ahead.
Do you believe that the Go Fast rocket went 72 miles in the air?
Do I believe that Go Fast rocket?
Yeah. Do you support that? What it says?
Sure.
Well, that's a weird question. No, I don't. I do not think. I know for a fact. I can tell you that for a fact that it didn't. If you look at the video, I mean, come on, what are we doing here? We're doing exactly what I just told you. You're in like, that's like, how long ago was that? 8 years ago at least?
No, that was 2012.
Not all the time.
The Go Fast.
Calm down.
It was 2012.
The Go Fast.
Yes.
Yeah. It was put up by an independent.
Yes.
They fired the rocket and it literally did a fucking stop. It stopped turning.
It stopped. You know why it stopped, Ryan? It stopped because it had a stop mechanism. That's what they say. It has a stop mechanism.
Stop mechanism, my fucking ball sack, dude.
Oh, really? It hit the firmament?
Stop mechanism on a fucking rocket, dude. Shut the fuck up.
What do you mean? Yeah. That's what it has.
Fuck you.
That's what they say.
It's called the yo-yo system. They called it. And
yes, exactly. That's what I was just saying, Ryan. It's not. I don't believe that.
No. Okay. Thank you. You're one of the few that still don't. Because they still bring it up. Oh, look at the Go Fast rocket. From all the stuff I studied, have you heard of Project Manhigh from the 60s?
I've heard of it, but I don't remember what it's about.
I'm asking Scott.
Scott. No, I don't know what project what? Project
Manhigh.
Manhigh.
They were trying to see how high man could go. Okay, and they were using balloons. They couldn't get any
Dominic
jet or anything to get past 50,000 feet, basically, because the air got too thin. And so Project Manhigh were all balloons. And this guy named Joseph Kittinger got up to about 120,000 feet one time. And they had Russian astronauts going with them. They had it going from like 58 to 65 or something. And they canceled it and started the Apollo mission. So the highest ever a man has gone, which they claim is Alan Eustace, which went after Felix Baumgartner to 135,000 feet, which was about 26 miles. That's as high as any man's ever gone. Pardon me?
Is 40,000 feet or whatever you just said, is that really only that many miles?
Yeah, no. 26 miles is 135,000 feet.
The feet.
Yeah, there you go.
130,000.
Wow.
That's 135 or something like that. That's as high as anything we've ever had go. That's what they claim. And usually it's the unmanned balloons. Felix Baumgartner went 126,000 feet, they claim.
126.
He went more like 80,000 something.
Divided by
I don't think you go. Okay,
580, 20?
Help me on this one. 20? Scott, help me on this one. Seriously. So when in 21, this is what made me go on this track. In 21, they said the helicopter landed. They landed the helicopter on Mars, and they said the atmosphere on Mars is the same as ours at 22 miles.
Dude,
which
you're
is 100.
proving my point. What are you talking about Mars now, dude?
No, wait. I'm telling you, this is their claim. That's what I'm just saying. So when they said the atmosphere on Mars is the same as ours at 122,000.
No, it's not the same.
116. And their world.
Oh, you mean at that? You mean at the elevation from Mars? You're saying, right?
Yeah, the elevation is like 116,000 feet of ours.
Yeah. That's where it equals our atmospheric barometric pressure. You're saying, right?
Right. And
okay, right.
So but then I said, okay. Go ahead.
Go ahead. No.
Okay, so I started thinking. They said a helicopter, so I didn't know anything about helicopters. So I start reading about helicopters.
It's not a helicopter, though.
It's not a helicopter.
It's a drone. It's a drone.
It's a drop.
It's nothing. Okay, it has 3 blades like a helicopter. Okay.
Well,
and it's not. That's just a cartoon. It can be whatever it wants. Okay. Well, I'm just saying. So I found out how high a helicopter can hover. Not how high they can fly, but how high they can hover.
And this was like how many years ago now? This is like 6 at least years ago. 6.
21. And this is well, if 21? You catch up, they landed there in 21. They said. Okay?
3 years ago, with that little thing that came down, and they showed you like the video coming down. Remember that?
Just drag.
Yeah, I do remember that. So the helicopter in our real world cannot hover higher than 10,000 feet.
Duh.
What?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you mean to get covered because of the wind, or
that's the strongest helicopter. Most of them go between 8 and 10,000 feet.
I said duh. I said duh.
Wait, why can't it fly above that? I don't understand. What
because of air pressure. You have to have air medium. You have to have a medium.
Right, because the air.
You have to have a medium. It's freaking this.
You got to get pressure off of it.
I feel like I'm in a Baby Truther show.
You need to live. I have a feeling your ego is pretty big. But anyway, that's another story.
Sure.
Anyway, so at 10,000 feet, that's the highest a helicopter can hover. Okay. So then I started looking at the jets and stuff, and they started saying, the SR-71 could fly at 78,000 feet, and the MiG-2 did 103,000 feet. Well, all that's BS. And they tried to, in the 60s, take the Flying Fortress with all the props and stuff, and they had a jet
put rockets on it
to the belly.
The Flying Fortress is the I'm sorry.
It was in the 60s.
That's B-52, dude.
B-52.
Anyway, they had a little jet on its belly, okay? And then they were like a 45,000. Huh?
Oh, B-52 is a good band.
Yeah. Anyway, so they tried dropping it and spun out of control. They don't have enough air to go any higher than that. There's no rocket. There's nothing to push off of. If a helicopter can't go by 10,000 feet, what's the rocket pushing off of after 25, 30,000 feet?
Nothing.
There's nothing to push off of.
Well, I've been in a plane that goes 36 to 40,000 feet, and it seemed like
I'm not saying. I say it can fly. Now, a helicopter can't hover. I said how
different.
They can fly.
No, I know what you're saying. I get what you're saying. I'm not trying to convert that. I'm just trying to make sure that I'm clear about.
I'm just trying to. Planes. And the highest I can find that a plane could really fly is maybe around 50,000 feet.
Yeah, it's 40-something thousand feet. 46,000.
No, they can go way higher than that, dude.
Okay.
Yeah, maybe.
Cool story. Where'd you get that from?
From reality.
Where's reality? How do you know these planes are going? Okay, they won't tell you how deep a sub go because that's a secret. But they're going to tell you how high their planes can go.
Go that deep.
Yeah, that's what you just answered your own question.
They're not going to.
They're not going to tell you.
Fictitious.
Yeah, okay.
Well,
I
really matter.
Dude, they're not going to the moon, dude. I get that, right? But they're going high. Listen to me, dude. I know people. Dude, okay, let me tell you, Harmon. I know the guy. I literally know the guy that was a test pilot for the freaking stealth bomber.
Okay,
like the first guy that ever did it. I met him, and like it was a whole thing. It doesn't matter, but I guarantee you they can go probably 200,000 feet. I'd say.
Oh my gosh, now you're talking out of passion. You don't know what you're doing. Nothing's ever gone that high. Nothing.
Feet.
136,000 feet is the highest.
You said 200,000 feet?
I guarantee you they can.
Did you? Where's the bump on your head? Nothing's ever claimed to go that high. Nothing.
Nothing has, yeah. Even though
claims
it's higher
nothing's
than that.
even claimed to go that high. Not even close.
They don't
the highest
claim it.
jet has ever flown, as they say, is the MiG, and that goes up to 2,000. And you're saying 200,000 feet?
Hey, Harmon, do you think they're going to show you how AI works?
I
think they're going to show you how your brain works?
Are they going to give you?
Where you're coming from? You think that there might be all, but see, what you don't realize is that everything on TV is a fucking lie, and you can't trust any of it. Have you ever seen a stealth bomber? Have you ever actually physically seen one? No, probably not, right? So how the fuck do you even know they exist? Nobody does.
I was in the Air Force 9 years.
Well, the guys I know,
it doesn't go 1,000 miles per hour. They fucking lie about that because metal, aluminum,
they definitely go 1,000 miles an hour.
Yeah,
Ryan, they go
definitely go 1,000. They go
around 1,500 probably. 15 to 15.
Go ahead, Scott.
They can do 17.5. That's bullshit. Your body couldn't survive it. That's like Mach 60 or some stupid shit.
Oh, you mean going up? You mean?
If you change direction slightly, you would die. It would kill you. That's how fast that is.
Like you're talking about like rockets.
Liquefy. Separate your blood from your plasma instantly if you went around a corner. You'd be dead. You wouldn't survive that.
If Prada made your suits and
you
your seats,
believe that if you want, but I know.
Okay.
You're going over a couple hundred miles per hour.
Yeah.
Not a person in there. No, they're not doing
the Concorde would fly over 1,000 miles an hour.
Yes. But the Concorde,
of course it did. It was like 1,200. It was 1,200.
And it took its time, and then it got up to a certain speed, but it did not go and just take off like a fucking jet fighter. And
no, we're not.
No. It did gradually go that fast.
Yeah,
anyway,
exactly.
Scott, real quick, the stealth bomber flies between 30 and 40,000 feet.
Yeah, told you.
Not 200,000.
Okay. Do you know what year that was when they first came out with the stealth bomber?
Let
me ask you a question. What year do you think they came out with it right now? Tell me right now.
I would guess 62.
No, it was 80 something, 90 something.
No, it was 80 something when they came out with it. When they made it, when they declassified it, it was probably.
I'm the guy who worked on that plane too. He flew it.
Dude,
so
dude, Harmon was right. Around the probably 65 or something, right?
Right.
Or in that area, right?
They never let the first release date.
Now you're telling me that that's how high that thing that they made then. Like the SR-71 was built in what year?
The SR-7 was built in 62.
Yeah, dude. So you're telling me that they can't go higher than those things?
You can't go higher because you can't. I don't care what technology you have. There's nothing to fly in. It's like swimming in an empty swimming pool. You have nothing to push off of.
Yeah.
Okay, they might have a 60 mile. I'd say
it's not a lack of gravity. It's a lack of pressure, a lack of air pressure.
Yes, it's air pressure. Yes, it is.
You can't paddle. Listen, you're trying to swim in a liquid that's thinner than you are. You can't.
Okay, do you need air pressure to have levitation? Let me ask you guys a question. Come on,
what
are we doing?
Is hovering levitation? Is hovering levitation?
No. Yeah, no, dude, I'm telling you, like a bee. A bee can throw.
Yeah, but the bee has the density of the air around him.
No, it doesn't matter about the density of the air. It's about
electromagnetics. You're telling me that bee you think to fly and hover at 60,000 feet?
Yeah, well, maybe more than that, dude. Yeah, 200,000.
200,000? Where you get this 200,000? You're in Cinderella land.
200,000. There's balloons go up there.
What? There's never been a balloon claim to go 200,000.
200,000.
The highest a balloon has said is 126,000 feet.
No. Balloons go 220,000 feet, dude.
Oh my goodness!
Have you never seen it? You never supposedly.
Which comic book is that in?
200,000, dude. What are you saying?
I think they just.
I've seen many balloons go up 200,000.
With a person.
No, he's just saying a balloon, weather balloon, or whatever.
Yes.
I believe that they have all kinds of shit that flies higher than that. It's something that they have to toss up, and then it floats up, and then it drops back down. They can't get it any higher because it doesn't have lift.
So
there's no way to do it.
Are you a flat earther or not?
You don't go anywhere. You just go up there. You just keep going.
Hey, Harmon. My name is Scott Level Realm, dude. Level Realm. It's a level realm, dude.
Okay, so is that an oxymoron? Is that a play on words?
What are you talking about, dude?
I'm talking about you talking about 200,000 feet. Where do you get that comic book stuff from?
Yeah, a balloon, 200,000. That's not even that high, dude. What are you talking about, Harmon?
You don't think 200,000 feet is very high?
It's high, dude. It's miles up, miles and miles up.
Yeah,
balloons go up to 90 to 130,000 feet. Period.
Okay.
But they're not going to tell us that.
All right,
those are from Disneyland, right? Dude, I don't know. I'm not apologize, but your 200,000 feet is out the window.
Okay.
You can't even. The only reason balloons go that high, jets can't go that high. There's nothing to push off of. The only thing that goes up there is helium balloons, which is the buoyancy and density thing.
But remember, you don't want to go up in a balloon where you have no control over how high you go. You want to be able to limit yourself and stop where you want and come back down. And if you get a certain height, you can't do that. That's the problem.
No, the balloon has a limit. They can't make a balloon go higher than 132,000 feet. That's as high as they've ever got one.
Otherwise, they explode.
Think about dirigibles, guys. How high can they get those? They're around 130,000 feet to 150,000.
What, the dirigibles?
No, they weren't going that high.
No, you maybe get 10,000, 15,000 feet out of those.
No, more than that, dude.
No, you wouldn't
10,000
go up
feet.
any
Listen to
higher.
me. Harmon, you're retarded right now. 10,000 feet is like shorter than Denver. I mean,
Okay.
not Denver. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
but
it is.
mountains in Denver, dude. You freaking retard.
Come on, dude.
I'm sorry.
Okay, so
you freaking
what?
not smart.
Okay,
person.
let's give you a little
Like you're arguing with me
logical
about
thought.
things.
You're like 200,000 feet. Do you know what you're saying? You think that's nothing?
I think he just believes in the military stuff, and I think and that might be all it is. I don't know, but I mean, it
Scott or me?
Ryan, I don't believe in anything. I've seen 200,000 foot so cold.
So
videos.
You have,
and people. Yeah,
and I've seen Superman too. You know, come on, dude. That's 200. You can't get anything higher. You can't hover a helicopter more than 10,000 feet, and that's low. The air gets so thin up there. The only thing that can go forward and backwards is jets up to about 50,000 feet. The only thing that goes higher than that is the balloons. That's the only thing.
Harmon, the Goodyear blimp goes 35,000 plus.
They do. They go to 35.
Yeah.
And that's usually they give you on the specs the height. What do they cruise at?
Well, that's the cruising height. That's what they're saying here. 10,800 meters or 35,000 feet. They fly lower than that, but that's when they're traversing long distances. That's their cruising height.
It's 35,000.
Yep.
Okay.
That means
I just thought they would cruise lower. I didn't say they could go higher. I just said I thought they would be at a lower altitude to be out of the planes pass and stuff like that.
Yeah, well, that would make sense, but it doesn't have to be very many feet to be away from that because they're pretty. They got it pretty much down on altitude, don't they?
Just to let you guys know, NASA's doing that instead of rockets now. They're investing money in dirigibles. They've
Dude, see, it's just like the Hindenburg. See, for example, do you guys understand how hydrogen works? I just heard some guy. Oh yeah, you know what it was? It was freaking the guy that went up. What's his name? William Shatner, right? Roger, look this up. Do you guys see that? William Shatner said the Earth is flat. You guys know that, right?
No, I didn't hear him say that.
You said that.
Yeah, watch this. Watch. Oh, you saw him say that after he went up. Yeah.
No, not after. But I mean, he said it before.
But you know what he said? You know what he said? You know what he said though?
Everything on TV is bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Like he
yeah,
said that before.
Exactly. So you know what he said though about the hydrogen? You know what hydrogen does? Harmon. Let's see if Harmon is as smart as he thinks he is. Harmon.
Well, he might not know all those details, but that doesn't mean he's not smart.
Harmon, what does hydrogen do when you ignite it? What does hydrogen do when you ignite it?
Hydrogen's extremely flammable. If it's contained in a container, it'll blow up.
Yeah, it does not blow up. It implodes. It implodes.
It's highly flammable.
No, it's not. It's freaking hydrogen is not flammable at all, dude. You believe the lies of the world. Hydrogen implodes. Roger can show you a very simple explanation of it. Hydrogen, pure hydrogen, will implode, and it actually does nothing.
So it causes the vacuum.
It does not create. It does not create fire. It does not create a flame. So, homeboy William Shatner said he was scared of the hydrogen. That's what he said on that little video, and it's
the dome. That's what he was scared of. Saw the fucking
I'm looking
dome.
for this video right now. Hold on.
He's scared of the dome. The dome.
They have to make it look good.
He jokes about flat Earth a lot of these little videos they got on here, but I don't see him like saying anything serious about it.
Joking about that shit for years. You know that, right? Like this has gone on for like hundreds of years. People have been talking about this. I know it's not so much lately because they've done so well on the media, but I'm saying that doesn't. You know, like today I was on Discord today, and there was these people arguing. They wanted us to bring our flat Earth proof. I'm like, I don't need any proof. I've seen it with my own eyes. I know it's flat. You guys can talk all the shit you want, but you can't beat that because you can't show me a measurement that proves it isn't. So I don't know what you guys are talking about. I don't need to argue with you. But anyway, I was listening to what they were saying, and it was just kind of funny, like all the things that people were saying in there. All this bullshit. They don't even know what they're talking about. They really don't. None of them do.
Clip
Even
for
the
this
flat
neither.
earthers don't know what they're talking about. It's like they're just saying shit because they've heard someone else say it, and it's like, dude, we gotta stop doing that, bro. We gotta start researching this shit and get to know it for real. You know, like that's one thing I give QE credit for. At least QE will do his fucking homework first. Then he'll bring it to the table.
Who's that?
QE,
It's John.
Quantum
Eraser.
Yeah.
Oh,
I like
yeah.
But I'm just saying, you know, like, as much as I don't get along with the dude, I give him credit for that. He does his fucking homework and he does it properly, and he has it all stored up so that he could show it at any moment, and he doesn't have to fucking bullshit with people. He doesn't fuck around with people.
And
who is this?
Whole library
who
of
is that?
citations. Go to Quantum Eraser or Globe. What is it? What's the site
You don't know who
called?
Quantum Eraser is?
GlobeTerminator.com. You'll find all the citations that you need to debunk any scientific claim that goes with the globe anywhere.
Ryan, it's funny. Like, I don't like Quantum Eraser. Were you saying you don't really like him, but he does his research?
His homework, dude.
Yeah. And dude, I give props to people like that, dude. I love that. You know, people that actually research.
But I don't dislike him because he's wrong. I just don't like him because he's an asshole.
Yeah. Exactly.
He's right 99% of the time, but he's an asshole about it, and he doesn't have to be.
20 years ago, I'd be like, I love it.
He got talked into doing it. He didn't want to do flat earth shit. He got talked
back in the
into
day. I used to love freaking a-holes.
But now he's
you know?
funny at it. I'm sure he's happy now. That's why he's so happy all the time, and he makes fun of everybody because he feels like, oh, look, I got over. I'm doing something I don't want to do, but at least I'm getting paid. You know
I've been touching on refraction lately.
So Roger, please, Roger, please tell me you understand that you've seen the videos and tons of proof that like hydrogen in a balloon, you freaking light it, it freaking implodes and nothing happens. Nobody's hurt. Everybody, you know, I mean, so I don't understand like how nobody understands that.
Just for that, I'm going to go look up hydrogen. I'll demonstrate it for the best part.
If you mix hydrogen and oxygen, you can make a really bad explosive. I don't know what you're talking about, but okay.
You're talking about a hydrogen bomb, which is not pure hydrogen.
Hydrogen bombs don't exist. They're bullshit. Come on, we all know that.
Of course, yeah, nuclear, hydrogen, blah 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 bombs like that.
They got a whole bunch of TNT and they put it all in one spot.
Ryan, you've never seen the fact that when you take a balloon and put hydrogen in it, it implodes. It's implosion. It's actually amazing.
Well, if that's the way it is, why is it when I light this lighter, it doesn't all implode instantly?
Because it's not a hydrogen bomb. A hydrogen
with other gases. It's diluted. Yeah, that would be. But supposedly, it's like 80% hydrogen in our atmosphere, right? But that's bullshit.
No. It's 93% nitrogen. Nitrogen is the big thing. Nitros, dude. You know about nitros. Put some nitros on your golf cart. Put some nitros in your golf cart, dude.
The only part of hydrogen that's any way dangerous is
air pressure.
The fact that they mix it with chlorine. Chlorine is 92% of what they use in hydrogen compounds. That's what makes it dangerous, dude.
Right, chlorine. Right.
Yeah.
Because that's what
flammable.
That's what chlorine is.
Yes, they put the flammable. They put the flammable.
What the fuck they call them? Whatever the shit they call it. That stupid name.
Chlorine? What?
No, chlorine. But it's the base. The base chemical is like there's all these enes, and they're all like spirits of some kind. It's some kind of a club or whatever the fuck they are. They're all like they're clean. Shit,
it's alcohol-based.
Chlorine. They're chlorine. Salt. I mean, it's all salt, right? Obviously.
Dude, you know what this reminds me of is how the periodic table. You know the periodic table, right? Everyone knows.
What is it?
It's like bullshit. It's like complete bullshit, right? So I saw this whole thing, like give your mom like a periodic table, but it's like glass and it's all like 3D. I'm like, dude, so you can brainwash everyone about the periodic table of all these fake elements. They made up like freaking half of them are fake elements.
I was amazed when I found out.
Dude.
That the aluminum was actually aluminium. I was like, well, what the fuck? Well,
no. That's the aluminium. That's what they say. That's what they say in England.
No, that's how it's spelled. So why do we call it aluminum? Why did we change the spelling? Because it's actually spelled without.
Dude, aluminum is not an element, and steel is not an element, and all these things that they say. No, I know. The elements that they make up. Dude, they make up elements all the time, like plutonium. Made up element.
Yeah, it's like whatever.
Uranium, made up element, dude. All those ones on the bottom.
You just have to pee on the other one, and that's what you get, uranium. When you
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you just pee on it, and then it becomes an element. Boom.
Right, and that's why there was a guy going around showing you how fucking dangerous it was by eating it and shit. Of course, they killed him, but oh well.
They didn't kill him. I mean, maybe.
They killed him. He disappeared. Trust me,
maybe.
Nobody gets away with crossing the fucking whoever the man is. I mean, he obviously doesn't. But whoever that
uranium
asshole
is toxic. Is what
he makes sure that you get yours. But guess what? In the end, we get to all watch him burn in like a fire. So fuck him. We can suck.
I'm gonna play it. I'm gonna play a new video real quick, guys.
Come on, that's who our enemy is. It's not each other. It's fucking devil. The devil's the one that tricks us into believing stupid shit and then telling everybody that we believe it, and then they start believing it. Next thing you know, the whole fucking world believes the earth's a ball, even though there's no fucking evidence to support it. It's ridiculous. We do this every day. We got all day long on TV, just a bunch of bullshit that means nothing to nobody, has no effect on your life at all, but you spend all your day worrying about it. Why? Why the fuck do you care? It's all bullshit. They just made it up. Just a fucking storyline, dude. The news, all of it. It's all bullshit.
I'm gonna get me a rectilineator, and I'm gonna go throughout the Southwest and prove the Earth is concave.
Something crazy in my neighborhood, then I see, there's a problem in my neighborhood. But if it's somewhere else in the world, why do I give a fuck about it? It doesnn't affect me. Why am I tripping on it? So people in fucking other countries are being fucking shot and
Hey,
killed.
you know what I wish?
I
wish they didn't use a fisheye lens. The fisheye lens is ruining it, dude. If they didn't use a fisheye lens, it would be so much cooler.
Because it makes it look bigger and it spreads it out. It's just,
no, but dude,
wide angle. That's all.
It's an effect.
Yeah,
it's just
I know,
they
but
had that, and they all thought it was cool.
But dude,
and
some of these tricks, like that looks sick right there.
It
that
does.
looks
better
sick.
Ground in front of him, and you got him going over the top, so he could get like underneath.
Look at the
his
guy in
skateboard.
short shorts. He
He
was.
can really
Hey Scott, you're the first one I hear that to say that the periodic table is bullshit.
What do you mean? What do you mean? This is
other
not.
than that,
This is
no,
not new.
I know it. I agree with you.
Yeah.
No,
okay,
I know.
No, I agree. Everything is, even the so-called noble gases, they're bullshit.
Yeah,
they're all man-made. They're all done by man. You know, I'm looking more into it. Yes, they are.
No, when they capture them, it's man-made, of course. But there is. Well, I mean, honestly, yeah. How do you know?
Why do they come from out of ground level air?
It's just when they create them. You know, when they produce them.
You know, when you go to a place that makes gas. You know, like when you go and buy propane or you buy whatever gas, right? Whatever carbon dioxide. Okay, you go to a station, right? Has these big balloons that are above the ground, big tanks. You know, they filter all those gases that you buy from them right from the surface level fucking oxygen right outside in the air. They don't get that from somewhere. They filter it out of the air.
Yeah, they use a scrubber to get
all of them. They get right here on the surface of the fucking ground.
Well, you know where they get them from? Landfills. Dude. Landfills. They get all that methane and dude, landfills. It's amazing. If you drive by them, you'll see how they're collecting all the gases.
They collect methane. There's no every gas that's in there is done by pressure, temperature, and
propane
water.
Too. Propane too.
They're man-made.
They do it right off the ground, 6 to 8 feet off the ground. They don't go up in the sky to get it.
Little video.
So how is there that much? How is there that much?
They don't go to the sky. They don't go to the sky and get it. Yeah, you're right.
But wouldn't that make sense if all those gases rose up and stayed up there, which we know they supposedly do, right? Supposedly.
Well, yeah, there's supposedly levels. Yeah, levels.
I think you lie about it. I think there's probably air at the top too. It's probably harder to breathe, of course, but because there's no pressure, so your lungs can't really, you know what I mean, or
those
whatever.
Gases, they say that's part of the heliocentric model. It's part of the Big Bang. You're believing in those gases in our atmosphere. You might as well say you believe in the Big Bang.
No, I don't.
Oh, are you talking to me? No.
No, I was talking to Ryan. Is that Ryan? I can't see.
No, I was saying. Ryan said they don't do that.
God created everything, dude. That's the only obvious answer. Somebody did. You can say
the wizard did it.
You can say that if you want, but I'm telling you, somebody smarter than us made us and put it here. For whatever reason.
You ever looked into fracking, guys?
Fracking? Yes. Yeah, fracking.
How they get liquid natural gas out? They fill it. They flood the mines, and then they capture the resident gases out of it and make it into liquid gas, what they call it. It does burn. It does good. But I mean, yeah, they're extracting just elements out of the ground and turning them into gases that way. And lower level gases.
Yeah, you know how they do that, Roger? They actually use high pressure gases actually to get the gases out. It's like a high pressure drilling. And you know what's funny? My accountant, my Jewish accountant told me, he's like, I was like putting stock. You know, he was buying stocks in fracking. I'm like, dude, don't buy stock in fracking. That's like destroying. Like that's not good for the earth, is it?
Well,
anyone? No, it's not.
There's a lot of argument about whether it's good or not. But I've heard that
you think doing that is good?
All I know is this, okay? It requires them to have this pressure valve. Listen. This is what I know about it. Is because they talked about it in LA a while back. So what they have is they have these things when they pump all the gas out of it, okay, if they don't put something back in there, then something happens. So what they do is they pump some other gas in there instead to try to keep the pressure so that it doesn't collapse underground. Because when you suck all that pressure out, then whatever's underneath the ground that's actually pushing down and causing that pressure will collapse, right? So to keep it from collapsing, they pump, temperature, like surface air into it or whatever. And what happens is if it ever breaks, there's a valve that keeps the pressure just right so that it won't it won't back out, right? Otherwise, whatever's in the bottom of it will start to come up because the pressure is now released, right? And it's going to go towards the hole, get it? So, and that'll cause all kinds of evaporation and gases that can cause bad things for things to fly out of it.
Think about this. Yeah. God said there's pillars underneath the ground, and right? So maybe they have to fill back in the pillars. Think about that, dude.
I'm still trying to figure out your 200,000 feet.
Yeah, I know. Well, I know, but I guess you know what I think. What it is because they throw numbers around so much on in the magazines and stuff. They don't really double check their numbers. They just say, "Oh yeah, they can fly at this." And I think people don't realize it's really not as high as they say it is. They try to get you to convince of that, but they just put that in the media to convince you of some story that's not true. When in reality, this is the actual number that they'll officially give you. Now, I'm not saying that that's a true number because they probably can go faster, but I'm saying in real time what they can get away with and actually live through it and actually show it to the public. Yeah, that's about as fast as they can really go without actually having, they wouldn't be able to show it to you live. Otherwise,
I said high. I'm not talking about fast. I was talking about how high, where Scott stuck that they can go 200,000, 300,000 feet.
I'm stuck. I'm not stuck. It's called theoretical.
Oh, that is theoretical. So you're a theoretical scientist now.
How about that? Well, because I don't run the country, dude. I don't control. Listen to me, dude. I already told you. I know people that work in the government, dude. So
they're compartmentalized and they get told stories, bro. What do you expect? You think that every time someone tells you something and it comes directly from the military, it's true? Come on. Tell me they don't.
No, I never said that.
So appeal to authority is your proof?
No, I don't. What are we in a debate?
No, you're the one that said you had to go to authority and say proof. Oh, they went 200,000 feet. Nothing has even got close. They don't even claim 200,000 feet.
Yes, they do.
No, they don't.
Okay, you're talking about jets? Jets
or balloons.
Wait, you just said or balloons? We just said, dude, balloons are proven to be 200,000 feet. I know you guys understand feet are not that many.
And
we can't go that high either.
You ever heard the Hubble? Like the freaking, it was a 747 that was on a freaking Hubble. That thing went up to freaking like at least 150. And then what do you think? That was in the 70s.
You are delusional.
Okay,
you're just talking without any knowledge.
What do you mean?
You're talking without any knowledge. No knowledge, nothing. No airplane has ever claimed to go higher than the MiG, and the MiG claims to go to 102,000 feet.
Airplane,
and that's not even real.
Aeroplane.
No. The MiG, the most advanced aircraft we have in the world.
No, it's not. A MiG is freaking English.
The MiG is Russian.
Or Russian, sorry. Yep. My bad, retard. It's not American. And you think America doesn't have better things?
You guys need to do.
Oh, you are delusional. I mean, gosh.
The highest balloon flight that I could find, period is around 130,000 feet.
I know, and that's unmanned.
Yeah, it has to be because no human being can.
What do you mean
that.
unmanned? It's not about unmanned.
Because they've gone manned. They claim manned 126,000 feet.
So are you putting a limit on what 150,000 feet? What are you even talking about?
132,000 feet as high as we can go.
102.
It's the highest
really?
we've ever gone.
Oh wow. Okay. Sure.
You might be.
How about this? You're right, dude. You're right. That's as high as we've ever gone. You know the truth, dude. Cool. Good job.
I just looked into it for a couple years.
You looked into it on Wikipedia and Google. You Googled it.
No, in Life Magazine Life Magazine. Look at Life Magazine cover and
Life Magazine.
Where are you going to get information from? Joseph Kittinger, every one of those pilots that went into the gondolas and went up to 80,000 feet and higher, and once they hit about 65,000 feet, every one of them came back to Earth. And the first thing they were amazed at is how dark it got after about 60 to 65,000 feet, and it was just pitch black. The only where they had light was down below them. I don't see any of these guys going up talking about that crap, but every one of them did it in the 60s. They were all like, "Wow, that's crazy," how they did that.
So hold on. Just so I understand,
you guys are fighting each other.
No, I'm not fighting anything. I'm just saying.
Well,
listen,
NASA says they send them up to 180 around there. That's where NASA says they're high altitude.
Well, NASA has gone 235,000 miles, dude.
That's not what they have on record for this.
That's at the moon.
You mean
the moon.
Yeah.
The moon.
Don't forget, NASA changed from NASA to NASA. They changed now. Haven't you heard about the Mandela now? Now NASA was two companies. It used to be called NASA, but now it's NASA. Okay.
No, now it's Shasta. Now it's Shasta.
Now we have real.
Remember Roger Shasta?
They faked that one, but we really went to the moon. Okay, when we got there, we got stuck on the dark side.
Another name.
Something stupid like that. We met aliens or something, and we got butt fucked by aliens or some stupid shit like that.
Oh, okay.
I've read all kinds of stories about it. Supposedly, the
Dr. Bass. Dr. Bass. Listen. Dr. Bass, 220 miles is not what I'm saying. I'm saying they can possibly go, Dr. Bass. They can possibly go 200,000 feet, people.
I understand what feet are.
With things. Okay? All right, retards. That's all.
How many feet in a mile? So let's figure this out.
5,280.
Yes, 5280. It's not that
pump
smart.
the brakes for a second. All right, I want to answer Ryan. NASA used to be called NACA before it was NASA. It was actually a part of
NASA.
You guys didn't catch on. So whatever.
Well, look up what
we got it.
NASA actually is what it was.
NASA is actually a jerk.
NASA means to deceive
Bible
in Hebrew. In Hebrew, yeah.
Yeah.
It means it's deceiver or deceiver.
It means exactly. Mm-hmm.
Well, the first definition is to lift. That's
proposition or whatever the fuck they call it. I wasn't very good with English. So
all right, look, Wojo, the X-15, right? Supposedly to be manned and goes 200,000. So thank you. I mean, and I guarantee you, there's probably other ones that can go maybe like to 200,001. Who knows?
Good luck with that. Yeah.
Who knows? Who knows?
They hit the barrier if they go any higher than that, right? You understand this, right? So there's only.
There's definitely a barrier for gases. Yes, every gas, any gas pressure has to have a barrier, Ryan. Yes.
Where does it say that?
Where does what say what?
That every barrier has to, every gas pressure or pressure has to have a barrier.
It's just a proven fact.
Yeah,
it's a proven fact.
Yeah, you want to show?
Is that the second law of thermodynamics?
No, it's just the fact that you cannot have gas when the gas
pressure.
All gas like it does in our rep, like it does, unless there's pressure.
Pressure comes from equilibrium. Yes, dude, come on, dude. Who are you talking to here?
Yes, we all know that. Come on, and it's all based on the water. That's what I said. We should all be talking about how the water is flat, not about how the Earth is.
No. So it's not stupid because it can mislead people. So you're saying in man's world and what we understand, all gas or pressure has to have a container, right? I agree with that.
It's a plane. It's a three-dimensional plane.
Right.
There's an X, Y, and Z, dude. It's that simple. Understand it that way.
No, he's right though. He's right. He's right though. You have to think about the gas pressure first before you think about the plane, because dude, without gas pressure, you're not breathing, dude. We're all dead without gas pressure. So.
But you made a statement that you have to have a container for pressure.
I believe that, unless you've got a way to prove it to me. But I don't see how you could do that.
I believe, for man's understanding, the only way we can get pressure, like a tire or a canister or anything like that, we have to contain it into that. But if I would say we don't have a dome above us and we have a gradient, that somehow nature doesn't need it, but man has to need it because we don't know how to do nature. There's nothing we can do in nature. We can't even make a seed, blade of grass, or anything. But so you go out and say there, oh, nature has pressure, so it must have a container because that's man's understanding.
No, I think that there has to be a barrier. I think it makes sense.
Well, that's your logic.
No, it's based on biblical also, but it's also based on logic. Yeah, my logic.
That's your logic, that because man cannot make any pressure or gas contain without a container. I agree with that 100%. But you cannot do what nature does. We cannot replicate nature.
Well, no, I know we can't. We can't replicate what it's like to be up there that high unless we go up there. I agree.
No, I'm not saying that high. I'm saying anything in nature. You cannot make it, or else you'd be the creator.
I'm going to bring this down to the earth for you right quick, Harmon.
No, man, he can talk some shit he wants.
In order to get a pressurized dynamic system, now hold on, stop. In order to get a dynamic system where there are pressurized systems in it and maintain them, it has to be contained.
I agree with you. I agree with you.
Yes.
But I don't say in nature, you can't say nature has to.
Hey, seriously though, I'm confused.
In order to develop the nature, you have to actually stop. I'm trying to say something, but
I don't understand what the Harmon, what do you call that? The devil's advocate, Harmon. How do you do the double? What is this? I forget how Harmon does this thing.
You guys sit there and make statements as a fact.
No. Roger, hold on, Roger. No, hold on, Roger. Explain to me about this Harmon guy, because I don't know about this Harmon guy. Wow. Like, what does he argue about? What is he a flat earther? Do you think we're not?
I think
we're not contained,
as far as I know. Yeah, here's my point. Beyond the point that pressurized system, in order to have life grow, you have to have light contained, heat contained, and all the elements in it. It has to be
without a medium. There's no light. Yeah, there's no light without a medium.
That's how nature developed. Okay, that's how God made it to develop. It has to. All of these elements have to be contained in the system.
What elements?
All water, heat, light. Beyond that, dude, in order to maintain the nature we have, those elements have to be contained in
no, it's the atmosphere, dude. But not atmosphere. Okay, sphere.
Yeah, well, we understand what you mean when you say atmosphere. You don't have to know about that.
Atmos, whatever you want to call it.
I hate that word. Call it air.
There you
go. Air is a lot of things. A lot of things. Yeah, a lot of things we don't know about. I agree with you, Harmon. Harmon, by the way, I agree with you. I don't believe in the fact that they think that they know everything about the elements and the mixtures. Like, it's a mixture, by the way. You know.
I think it's kind of alchemy. I think they coined alchemy and they call it other things. I think they know how to do it.
No, totally alchemy. It's totally alchemy. Yes. And so it's alchemy. It's alchemy autism is what it is.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
So
go play with.
So you guys in here, how many believe water is H2O?
Prove to me the you can show the molecules. You've never seen molecules, have you?
You've never seen molecules. Water isn't H2O. Water's water. Air is air.
Yeah, ding, ding, ding. That's just Roger is Roger. Listen,
Arby's is water is that they cannot separate. It's a part of their idiosyncratic model too. The same ones that tell you it's H2O is the same one that says you live on a ball.
Mm-hmm.
The someone that tells you the air has all these elements in it is the same one who tell you the earth is a ball.
What about the water, Harmon, what about the I'm sorry. I'm pushing. But what about the water though? Like, it's smart though. It knows about you, huh?
Yes,
Doesn't
it's
it?
alive. It's alive, and it's what you're breathing. You're not breathing anything but water. You just don't.
He's been watching Pete and Peter. That's what he's been watching.
Even though they're not twins, right?
Oh man, this has been an exciting episode. Exciting episode.
When they actually develop those water-based engines,
I want to see one sit on the other one's lap.
It's all electrolysis.
I'll still have to look
on,
to make sure there's pixels.
God damn, dude.
They look
dude,
way too much alike.
Hold on, let Roger talk. Roger, turn your mic up. Turn your mic up.
All right.
Turn your mic up.
No, it's not. I just every time I go to talk, you're like not even in a sentence. You're like off mic, still muttering. Nobody can hear you.
What?
Yeah, get close to your mic, dude. If you're talking, I can't hear you. If I'm talking, I'm not talking over you. I'm not trying to. If you're saying something, I'm not hearing you say it.
I know, but if you're in there, talking to you anyway.
You are low.
Hold on, let him talk. Let him talk, guys.
So,
okay. Now, Pete and Pete have actually proved that all these flammable engines that they run off water, they add electrolytes to the water, and they actually burn off the electrolytes.
Yeah, the GEET. The GEET. Remember the GEET? GEET. Yeah.
So they say that you only baking soda, but they lie. They actually add some kind of mineral or whatever alkali
Pete
to it.
and Pete are staunch atheists and politicians, to my knowledge, so they don't acknowledge a creator at all. So they don't get in the minutia of how we got here. They just believe the earth is flat and all basic old science is bullshit. So that's what they preach.
I agree, kind of. I kind of agree. I think it's
that's cool. That's cool.
At least what we learned in school, anyway. I mean, maybe you could learn the truth if you really talked to scientists and got the input from them directly, made friends with them. I could see you doing that.
Who are you talking about?
Pete and Peter.
No, this guy. He says you make friends with them and find out who. Make friends with who?
The fucking dude. You go into a bar, you meet a fucking professor, and you talk to him, and you ask him serious questions. You get his fucking real answers, and you find out what the fuck's really going on in science and for real. Like, they'll tell you what's honestly going on if you get them one-on-one. And
you think they know?
They probably don't, but at least they'll tell you what they do know, and then they'll be like, well, this is what I think it is, because they're probably just guessing too. That's
Maybe
what I
went to college.
And they don't want to talk about it. They're like, dude, we just don't want to talk about the subject because it gets us in trouble. We get bad PR from it. That's what the guy told me. I talked to a couple of professors. He goes, I don't want to talk about it.
Yeah.
Because they don't want to. It'll be in the news, and then I'll be hearing about it, and I'll end up losing my job because it's bad PR for the school.
Oh,
yeah, don't do that. Don't do that.
Ghosts. They won't talk about ghosts and paranormal activity, even though they do study it. I'm not saying that it's true, but I'm just saying they still try to study it, or it's one of those little things that some of the richer schools do. But, I'm not saying that there's anything to it because I don't believe there is. But
Ryan just did a tangent, dude. He went to ghosts, dude.
I know. It really is a dinging participle. I can say the word.
It's the same thing to me. You don't have to show it to me. I don't believe it if you do it.
Hey, Roger, what do you think about ghosts? What do you think about ghosts?
Hold on, I'll be right back.
When you die, you don't get stuck here. You go to paradise.
I didn't know that Roger was not here.
I'm not here right now. I'll be right back.
He'll be right back after these messages.
You do have a DJ voice, that's for sure.
What do you mean? What do you mean?
I mean, you have like a professional sounding voice that we get hired to do a TV commercial or something.
Hey, on the next, on the next stage, it'll be Tiffany and Trinity. She'll be on the next stage.
And I'm sure lots of people have told you that, Scott.
Sure, Harmon. Thank you.
Harmon, what do you see from the mug? He looks just like you almost. Only he has a heavier beard and he wears a hat.
Oh, shit, I do wear a hat.
Except for I'm black and he's white, and I got slanted eyes, he has brown.
It's black, it's white.
Okay, now, do you think that there's no ghost in the machine, is what you're asking me?
In the machine? No, Roger. Roger, what do you think of what ghosts are? Ghosts.
I've never seen a ghost.
No,
you have to see them. Do you have to see them?
I've met a demon, but I've never met a ghost. I've been scared of them before and thinking I was going to see one, but never did.
Yeah, exactly. But they're there.
saw stuff and claimed it was right there by me and all that shit. And never seen nothing. I don't know what the fuck they're talking about.
You know why, Ryan? Because your eyes are very like what do you call that? Low IQ.
You wish, bro. You wish.
After
what I've seen, bro, fuck you. You just don't know. I've seen.
No, I'm saying your eyes, your optical. We don't see like we see like 10% of like all the spectrum of light. No, not even 10%, like 1%.
No shit.
What is it?
I want to see the other one because there might be something official that I don't want to fucking see. I can only imagine what's going on up there when I see things flying around that look at me and then fly away and then look at me and then fly away again, and like I know they're looking at me because I'm standing here looking at it.
Yeah, they are looking at you, dude. They are. Yeah.
And then it moves over here and then it flashes until I look at it and then it fucking turns off and then it moves over here and it does the same thing. That's not a fucking drone. There's no way a drone would fly that far.
No, then you get a camera out. Your camera starts dying. All of a sudden, your camera dies.
The camera didn't die, but I pulled the camera out because
I'm saying I've done it.
Fucking dude, it's fucking scary.
Hundreds of hours, dude. Hundreds of hours.
Waves of fire floating through the sky, like flash in the sky, like big old explosion of like gas of some kind, just go whoosh in the air above my house. Like I don't know how far above it was, but it was so bright it lit up the whole fucking ground, and I was coming out of this little tent right here. This is where I used to hang out all the time. You know where it was raining and shit. I'd stay over there and covering things, but now it's all like leaking and shit. But anyway, I used to stay out in there. I used to climb into there and I'd lift it up and down and whenever I wanted to, but now it's the rest of it. But anyway, so when I came out of it, one night I was out here getting stoned and I came out of the thing. As soon as I opened the door and like started crawling up underneath it, I seen this flash of light on the sky and I looked out and I seen the tail end of the flames. And the whole sky was like a big old patch of the sky that was lit up in flames, and I saw it just closing out. I didn't get to see the whole thing like explode. All I saw was it just closing back up. You know, like once the gas is gone, you know what I'm saying? It stops for whatever the fuck it is that does that.
The swamp gas.
It was like a flash of flame. It looked like flames. It looked like flames, like a huge sheet of flames that was just going out. Like it just flamed on and then it flamed out. It was weird.
They call it swamp gas.
It was bright. No, I don't live anywhere near a swamp. I don't think. That's insane. Bro.
Yeah, that's the
joke.
The
only thing I came to mind was flame on.
Oh, you're joking.
Flame on. Flame on.
Gas my ass. That's the earth partying. What are you talking about, dude?
Big pine sailing. Big pine sailing.
There are really large quantities of gas stored up on the surface.
Roger, what does that make you think of? Big pine sailing. Truth is stranger than fiction.
Isn't there a place called the Hellhole
Sometimes
where
truth is
somebody lit some gas leak in the ground and it just keeps eternally burning or some shit?
That's what they try to tell you.
Some dumb thing. It's like really dumb. They can't even. It took them for like 30 or 40 years to figure out how the fuck it stays lit.
Well, we're sinking deeper. Let's put it that way.
Oh yeah, dude, Centralia, that place where there's fire burning underneath the ground, like for like seriously like 100 years.
It's like an open pit of like they call it the Devil's Pit or some stupid thing like that. It's on fire. Somebody accidentally
there's gases coming up.
Yeah, exactly. It's like
gases are just constantly trying to pressure mediaize, like what is it called? Mediation of pressure. So there's gas pressure, mediating.
Hey, let me ask you guys a weird question. What's your favorite?
I'm scared. I'm scared, Brian.
What's your favorite lie that turned out not to be true? What's your favorite one that you're actually kind of glad?
That's a good question, actually.
Right? Yeah. Just think about it. You've probably done a lot of research.
The God's not real. The God's not real. That's my favorite lie. That I'm like, yeah, God's real.
Well, I mean, if the devil pays that much attention to trying to do the evil things he does, and there's still good people around after all that evil shit, there has to be a God, doesn't there? Like, to me, it's just a matter of logic. It's like one has to fill the gap with the other, right? You know, it's a figure eight. It's a sequence. It's a infinite loop, right?
Yeah, the infinite eight. The eight loop.
And it goes back in and comes back. It's like that toroid, right?
It's forever. It's forever and ever.
It makes your brain work. It's the toroid in your brain. That little whatever the fuck.
It is a toroid. Yeah.
And they're trying to like dim it so that you can't communicate with God. I think that's the reason why we don't. I think that's the reason why some people see ghosts, and I think that's the reason why I saw a demon. And I'm telling you, it was there, but I didn't see it. But everybody else in the room saw it. The cat and the dog and the kid saw it, but I couldn't see it. All I saw is them looking at it, and I felt it move through me. And I thought the weirdest, scariest things that I ever thought in my life about doing nasty, disgusting things to people's bodies after they're dead. It was creepy, bro. It scared the fuck out of me. That's how I know that fucking demons are real. That thing was evil, dude. It was having all kinds of thoughts about doing nasty shit to me and the kid and the dog and the cat. It was just creepy, bro. And
Putting thoughts in your head. Yeah.
It scared the fuck out of me, dude. And it moved through me. I felt it. All the hair stood up. And then I told my stepmom, I said, "Don't you ever bring me to a fucking place where you cast out a demon in the bedroom and tell me to watch the kid for half an hour, and then fucking the demon comes to the living room and scares the shit out of us." She goes, "What are you talking about?" I said, "Don't lie to me. I know that's what you were doing." She goes, "How'd you know?" She was all like freaked out. I was like, "Well, thanks a lot for fucking throwing that in my lap." She was like, "Well, I didn't know you would see it." I said, "What, you really thought that a demon was going to go to the room and it wasn't going to have an effect on me? Come on. Well, do you think I was just going to ignore it? Like, I watched the kid and the cat and the dog. They all freaking, the dog was barking. The cat was flipping out. The kid was like moving back away from it. And they were looking at the wall and it moved through the room. And I swear to God, as soon as they looked at me, either it scared me so much, it made me get the shake. I get the same chills right now. It's like something cold went through me and it gave me thoughts that I'd never even thought before. And it scared me because I've never thought those things. I didn't even know you could do that to a person. You know what I mean? Crazy shit. It just went through my mind.
Really quick, let me tell you something that I saw one time hanging out with some people at this house, and there was red eyes. I could like literally see red eyes in the forest, like not forest, but it was like behind their house. And then my sister, well, actually, then the lights started flickering, and then my sister like passed out, and I was like, "What's going on?" And then we picked her up because she was like dead, right? And then we picked her up and we carried her, and like, dude, all this shit started happening, and they're like, "Oh, like you just said, like, oh, it's fine, it's normal. This place is like haunted." I'm like, "This is freaking crazy, dude." My sister like passed out, and then she became like heavier than like I know how my sister weighed. She weighed like 150 pounds.
Yeah, but when she does,
and then when we picked her up, she weighed like 300 pounds. It was like crazy. It was like just normal for these people, because these people freaking like the demons, dude. They like the demons.
Dude, that scared the shit out of me. I don't want to ever think that nasty shit again. I still think about it all the time. It still pops into my head and it scares me again.
Dude, the best thing to do is stay away from all those people that like that kind of stuff, dude. Because they're into it, dude. People are into like weird stuff, dude.
That comes on everybody else's show, dude. It's like, dude, you guys don't realize who you're bringing in your show and what you're promoting.
Exactly.
When you talk about somebody, you guys don't realize that you're promoting that. When you look all that Duffy shit, oh man, I feel bad because I was part of it. I should have just tapped out and said, "Fuck it, I'm not going to do it no more," and left. That's what I wanted to do.
It's okay. You were going through the same thing we were all going through.
Yeah, I was like, I knew what was going to happen. It was just like, well, what am I supposed to do about it? Nobody's going to listen. They want to see it for themselves, right? So let's just let it play out. But why are we all putting energy into it? And then after about 9 months, finally everybody starts saying, "Well, I'm sick of it now." Yeah, finally. I've been saying it from day one. I said, don't even give him any fucking credit. Don't even talk about him. Just ignore him. Change it. Anything you were talking about, Duffy or any of those, just don't talk about it. That's the best way to deal with it.
Ryan, look at the chat. You see the chat? Big Pine Sailing? He's totally right, dude. You got to clear that house out, get the demons out, and I use a couple different things. I mean, I used to do the same thing, and like, dude, it's bad thoughts, anger, etc. Freaking demons, dude.
At everybody, like the people I love, even though I'm nice to everybody online and stuff. Like I'm nice as pie most of the time to everybody online. At least that's what my family thinks. They only hear the good stuff, I guess. They don't hear me, ranting and all that shit, and you guys bitching at me. I guess they missed that part. I don't know, but it's just like they give me a hard time. Anyway, let's not go into that. But that's the most difficult thing in the world, right? You're dealing with people in your family thinking you're crazy when you're just trying to like show them the truth. Like they don't.
No, you should be over that by now. You're not crazy. You're not crazy, Ryan. Ryan, let me tell you, you're not crazy. You're not crazy.
That's what they act like. It's like they think
you're actually.
I tricked you into believing the Earth was flat or something stupid like that.
Just off topic. Yeah, I don't think you can trick anybody into that. Hebler is putting out a new production.
Oh, really?
On chemtrails. Yeah.
Hebler?
Check it out.
Oh yeah, Hitler.
It's Keebler.
Yeah.
And Hitler.
Who'd you call
Keebler
it?
L for doing it, dude.
It's Hitler. No, you know what's funny though? By the way, guys, this is like 16 years later for me. I noticed these freaking things 16 years ago, and
there's
so
gonna be a Mandela
crazy.
effect this week.
It's
Watch.
fine.
It's going to be on.
Check it out. Let's see what they get this.
I mean, it's interesting. Did you see it yet?
This is their trailer. They put it out just now, I think.
Yeah, I know. I'm just saying. Did you see the trailer?
All the drugs that you think about it.
Oh yeah, chemtrails are over.
I'm actually
just like everything else.
I'm actually interesting.
Let's see what they got to say. They're right with Dave Weiss over here doing this.
Microplastics again. Yeah. How they take over your body and turn you into
a zombie.
Why, sir?
Plastics can get in your lungs and contaminate your body. Get in your brain.
And dissipate to become a blanket cloud coverage of our sky are not condensation trails.
And I first could not believe it, and I started looking at the skies, and these are not normal. They're not natural. There's something going on. I don't know who it is or why they're doing it.
Chemtrails, they're not contrails, are indeed real. They're spraying almost every day. We're in very great danger from the pollution that's coming down over us. And we've been led astray by the military-industrial complex.
We are getting overexposed to toxins. It's a coupled systemic effect, and our bodies cannot metabolize these toxins.
Nanoparticles are now in the circulatory systems of both plants and humans. Welcome,
the circulatory systems. Oh yeah, that's funny. The circulatory systems of plants. He said plants, dude.
Well, I'm not the one to talk to about that.
No, but you are. But you're the one that's doing it. So we are real people underneath what you're doing. You spray right over our houses. We hear you. We know you. We see you. We're watching your planes.
Ridiculous.
Yeah. Okay. So, did you hear what he said though? He said circulatory systems of plants. There's no circulatory system of plants.
Transfer from the roots to the fucking top. What are you talking about?
No, circulatory system is your heart going to your limbs.
It in like that. It's
we all know how roots do it. We all understand how roots work, right? You understand how the root gets the water up the tree without actually pumping it, right?
Of course, yeah. A different type of circulatory system.
How does it really happen? And no, gold doesn't form every time you do that, so let's not talk about that either.
Bills, watch Hangman for
gold
an
nugget
hour.
a tree just because it was a tree. It's just, let's say that.
The gold has to come from the mineral.
Different kind of system. Different system.
I know. I'm sorry. I'm going off.
We did a thing with.
No, I like it. I like it though. I like it.
Oh, you
it's good.
Really
You're right. I mean, maybe it's the same. It's the same.
And I haven't seen any evidence. Now, I know that this stuff floats down and gets on everything because when I go around with this power, look, I got it right here. As a matter of fact, it happens to be right here. See this right here? This is one of those really strong magnets. Okay? And it's been inside of this cushion thing because it keeps it from, sticking or causing problems. But if I were to put this right on my phone, it would have an effect. Trust me, it would make my.
Yeah. Oh, you got what do you call it? Neodymium? Neodymium? Nice, dude.
300 or 400 pounds of force.
Hold on. How big?
It's not
How
very
big
big.
is it?
It's like that big. It's like.
Dude, it's strong though. It's a super
this
strong
way.
one.
If you put it in your hand and you leave it for
That's
about
awesome.
5 minutes, your hand starts cramping. Because it's
Yeah.
all the iron in your
Dude,
blood
you got-
on one side.
No,
and you can
dude.
feel it being plugged up in your veins.
That's
It's crazy
so awesome,
feeling,
bro.
Yeah.
That's so
But
awesome.
you keep it this far away within a certain distance, and it doesn't, because it goes on. The
Yep.
field is really weird how it only affects things right near it, but it's really strong though. It does
Yeah.
that.
Now
And
you
they're
gotta
not
open the package.
metal. It's
Ryan,
more like a metal that can break really. It's ceramic kind of metal.
Ryan,
What?
you gotta open the package. You gotta open it up. You gotta
Okay, all right.
demonstrate it.
I wasn't gonna do it, but okay. Hold on a second. I've got all kinds of toys. You guys just don't know. I've got a sound device that's on a speaker that you can vibrate salt and whatever on it too. And you can see the patterns that frequency.
Dude, if you open that up and then show like what a piece of steel or
I got a piece of here. Don't
like
you got a big old piece of wood.
yeah, dude, like show.
3x3. Okay.
Be careful though,
Oh,
dude.
look at it.
Seriously, that's
Even though it's in foam, it's still stuck in. That was clean when I put it in there. Look, I'll show you. That was clean when I put it in there. And that has been wrapped up. It hasn't been sealed shut because I didn't put duct tape all the way around it. But look at all the metal that's on there just from sitting and being on the back of the car. So for me, all the drilling
shards, little shards.
Yeah, dude, look at it. That's what's all over the
Dude,
ground.
yeah, little
It's everywhere in
shards.
my yard. Don't tell me that that's natural. And nobody else worked on the engines in here but me, trust me. Unless it was a junkyard at some point when I was a kid. I don't think so. This house has been here for 100 years almost. But anyway, if I take this and clean it off really good, and it's not easy to clean, trust me, because that magnet has a big fucking field on it, trust me. But when I stick it over here to this piece of metal, I'll show you. Okay, so it stays on there pretty good, as you can see. But now it's going to be very difficult to get it off of there because it fucking grows on. You got to get it to the edge, and then of course it's so strong that it magnifies anything it touches. So now that piece of metal is going to, whenever I drill a hole in it, it's going to get stuck to that little spot where I stuck the magnet. It's really weird. And
magnetizes.
Magnets don't lose their magnetic ability unless you electrocute them with it. Like you put electrocute through it. You have to, like,
if you get them hot enough, they'll lose it though, regardless.
Yeah. You either heat it up or you use electricity through it to, like, melt. Yeah, that's what I meant. But it's fuck. Yeah, I got it off finally. But the problem is that I can't hold the camera and do this at the same time. So I'm going to do my best. So I don't want to get too close to this.
How did you just talk about this now?
Because
you just now told us about this?
Like I said, I do. I ask every time you guys talking about making some kind of a project. I usually do it. It's just I don't end up filming it because I don't have anybody to help me do it, and I don't know how to do shit.
The first show we actually did, he got his sound device out, his Soundmatic plate out, and he was playing with it on our first show. Actually,
but then the fucking power supply was fucking jacked because I was using some old amplifier and shit to do it, and because I wanted a really strong amp, but I've got a 1,000-watt amp, but it usually drops out all the time, so I'm not sure if it's broke or I don't know how to fix it, whatever. Or maybe it just needs a better, like, ground or something, I don't know. But anyway,
I've done bench work. I can work for you if you got the amp still.
But yeah, when you stick this bad boy onto a piece of metal, it jumps out of your hand, and it, like, I'm a strong guy. You can see I'm a big 6 foot something, and this.
6 foot something?
Yeah, I'm a big dude. Yeah. And I'm not as big as I used to be.
One? Nice. Good job. Good job.
I'm a big guy.
Come on, do
it. But look, you notice that whenever I pull it off, some of that metal does come off, and then after the field starts to wear off, it just drops to the ground. It's really strange how that field is so strong. But like,
because it pushes away.
If I were to put something like a bug or something like maybe the tip of your finger, like a real small part of your finger, to where we could get speed. Once that starts to go towards that metal, it's going so fast. You don't realize it, but right before it makes contact, it's going so fast that it could actually cause damage. It could actually smash your finger.
That's what I said. Don't be careful.
If you were holding it in your hand and you smack your hand against it and you put your hand between it, it would actually get stuck on there for a second. You'd have to pull it off.
Yeah, you could get all of a sudden you're stuck.
And trust me, they use magnets like that to move metal around at junkyards, and people have gotten between that and had the metal go right through their body, bro. It's insane, but that's how.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, the junkyards.
So don't play with magnets, and don't hold one of these for very long, and don't leave it on something like this, like on your refrigerator, because it'll fuck everything up that you walk by. But yeah, this is a lot of.
Yeah, dude, you'll lose a finger.
It cost me a pretty penny. It cost me like $35 or $40 just for this little tiny thing, but it is. I mean, and I've had it for a long time, and I've actually come out here.
Dude, that's a small one. That's a $30.
Yeah, that's like $30 one. Yeah.
A small one? Oh wow, dude, that's crazy,
strong,
bro.
Dude.
That's cool.
If I could put a hole in it, so I could actually drop it, because I have a magnet that I use for fishing, right? To fish in the water. If I could use this, holy shit, I could pull up a fucking submarine, dude. This thing is tough. Like, it gets locked onto something. I don't care if it's a golf cart. It's gonna come up out of the water. Like, it's gonna stay on there as long as it had something to clamp onto it. Yeah, it would fucking be on there, bro. You'd be pulling that.
A golf
dude,
cart.
I pulled up this fucking scooter over here. Look. Scooter over here?
You pulled it with
I'm dead serious, with a fucking fishing magnet. I pulled it.
You pulled it with your
bay, dude. Pulled it out of the bay right here in Antioch.
Dude, that's
pulled
awesome.
a full-size scooter, the whole thing complete. Some kid must have stole it from San Francisco or wherever they stole it from, and tossed it in the fucking water off the Antioch Pier over here by my house, Marina. And so I was fishing over there, and it didn't pick it up by the magnet. Don't get me wrong. It actually got caught on the brake. You know how there's a handle for the brake and there's a handle, there's a thing. And so right where the brake was, fucking magnet got wrapped around and it stuck to the bar, but it was around the edge. So when I got it up out of the water and I was dragging it up, somebody else saw it happen and they were like, "How, dude? What did you get?" And I go, "I got a fucking scooter." And I pulled it out of the water and he's like, "Holy shit!" And he came over to help me, right? And so as I'm trying to pull it out, let me put this down before it starts to hurt. So
wrap it back up, dude. Wrap it back up. Scott dropped out, by the way. Yeah, hold on. Let's see. I think he's dropping back in. I think his phone's dying.
Anyway, let me get this off of here.
Oh no, he's not coming back in.
Oh, he's not.
He might be on that. He might be in it. Yeah, he might be in it. But
let's see.
Let me take that back up. Yeah.
Give
as long as it's falling away from me, but yeah, it does. Especially when you're wearing rings. I got a stainless steel ring on and shit.
Anybody keeping up with the P Diddy thing? Yeah, I want to.
P Diddy, not the latest. The latest I heard was, what did he do in court? I can't remember. I know it was something about that he's denying everything now.
Yeah, of course.
Oh, that's wonderful. I just got this.
Everybody bring out the videos that way.
Let Ryan talk a second, dude. I mean, not Ryan. Let Roger talk a second.
That's all right. It's good.
I just want to hear what you said.
Yeah, I just got this a comedian. He's a flat earther too. This guy here, JP Sears. He covers stuff like this. So he just put this out as a quick little clip. I wanted to play of it. See what P Diddy's up to. I just saw it.
Oh, like, that guy there? Yeah.
Yeah. You've seen him. Yeah.
Do you know him, Ryan?
Which guy? This guy that I'm looking at. You're looking at him.
Yeah.
No, I don't think I've ever met him, but give me a second.
He's a comedian. He has a channel. He's not much a flat earther. He's in between everything else. He really believes in Trump. He believes the Trump guy.
Yeah, he's a Trump for sure.
Yeah, no, it's not quite like that. Paranormal activity is usually paranormal studies are like telepathy and shit. It's not about ghosts. That's what
who asked you about that? What were we talking about?
In the chat.
He's talking to somebody else.
Oh, in the chat. Okay, I apologize. I do that sometimes in the chat too.
Talking about everybody's immediately thinking Ghostbusters when you say ghosts, right? And no, I'm talking about people claiming that somebody died and then they came back to life and talked to them. I don't believe that. I think that you can create that in your mind because you need to in order to get over them being passing. But I don't think that that's a real thing. I think it's a demon that's trying to trick you, and that you just believe it enough, and it convinces you that that's what you're seeing. But it's really just a demon trying to trick you. But that's just my opinion. I could be wrong, but that's the way I look at it. You know, I don't believe in ghosts. I don't believe that when you die, you could come back to the earth and talk to people. I don't believe that. I think that's bullshit. Well,
that was nice. All right, guys. It's getting late, y'all.
All right.
3 hours. I'm going to play some of this JP Sears and tell me what you think of what P. Diddy's up to right quick. I thought I'd check in and just round it out. And Ryan's still playing with magnets. I love magnets. They're fun.
Yeah, they are fun. They do a lot. And it just seems like they could make things like the flying saucer or something could use magnets going against each other and make it spin and do whatever. It seems like that'd be easy to do, but are they just hiding that? It looks like they would be able to do that, don't you think?
They might.
You know, one magnet pushing against another magnet all around it.
I think if you could prove all that crazy stuff that we theorize might be possible, like collapsing universes in on each other and shit, maybe yeah, but I don't believe anything.
No.
So,
I'm just talking about simple magnets. They do magnets. They do levitating with magnets. Magnets they're man-made and they do it. That's nothing to do with collapsing universes or anything.
I don't know how you'd control it in that kind of environment. Usually the magnet things are based on a certain area that it's able to use it in.
You can move them apart and move them closer together. That's simple. Just the closer they get together, the faster it goes. Pull it apart and it goes slower.
You can take that neodymium. I can't even say it. You can take the same magnet you got there, and you can put it on a track, reverse polarity across it, and you can move it with temperature. It will actually hover.
Right. Don't they do that in Japan? They do have that in Japan.
Yeah.
You're talking about if you freeze it.
Yeah.
How would I?
Yeah, but they also have the trains that float on the tracks with the magnetic ones in Japan.
Yeah, right. If I were to build like a copper wire track, then it would work on it. Yeah. It would have to be some kind of thing that would conduct electricity, otherwise it won't work. Yeah. Right, and that would cause the field because the coils of wire causes it to circulate a field, right? Just like you use electricity, you're not really using the wall socket. You're running the wires next to another set of wires, and it causes current to flow in that wire too. And then you're using that electricity. So you're not really using the electricity in the wall. You're just borrowing. But they charge for it anyway.
Roger.
Yes.
I got this guy mad at me, Wojo. I wrote him in the chat. I said, yes, I looked into the X-15 because he was saying it goes like 200,000 feet or something. I said, from understanding, I have found out. I said, you do not have, I meant to say lift. I put life in there by accident. I said, you don't have life. Even the aircraft at 40,000 feet can't not bank or turn. They can just fly straight, right? Because they have nothing to turn against. There's no resistance. And
well, yeah, they would kind of do a nosedive.
Let me finish. So he got mad at me. He says, you don't know me, and you don't have to be rude right off the bat, and you are wrong. I will not put up with your bullshit. I don't know where I was rude on that. I apologize, Wojo, if you think I was rude. I really didn't mean to be. And that was a typo when it said life. It's supposed to be lift. I don't know if that's the word you got me mad. So I just wanted to apologize to him.
That's fine. People are going to disagree. Some people will say things that they don't know everything about. That happens. We're not all experts in the field.
But I'm
going to play this short little clip right quick.
I mean, that's the way it is.
All right, go ahead.
It's about P. Diddy. I want to see what he's up to. I want to see what they're accusing him of now.
Oh boy.
I think that's a miracle that they're accusing him of all the stuff that they say he did. I think he probably got involved with some party people and did some stupid shit, probably, and now he's paying the consequences. But yeah, it's all conspiracy driven.
This was cage diving to see sharks when a great white shark entered the cage, which he reportedly could see very well. And luckily, the shark emerged from the cage unharmed.
In the cage.
Oh, he is?
Wow.
Ow.
Kind of a metaphor for a secure border, isn't it? Good evening and welcome to We Lied to You News. Tonight, our stellar journalism will cover a couple names have been named on the Diddy list. Who are they? Stay tuned, you've heard of them. Also, elites have built underground cities for their protection with your tax dollars. Trump pisses off liberals, UK imprisons Christians, and some other good news. But starting with, 2 high-profile actors have already been named in the Diddy case. The Diddy trial is getting ready to start with jury selection. During the process of selecting people who aren't smart enough to get out of jury duty, the potential jurors were given the names of 2 high-profile actors who have been named in the Diddy case. Michael B. Jordan and Mike Myers. As the trial begins soon, the public is excited.
Hold on. Did he say Mike Myers?
Yes.
He's a comedian.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
I would have never expected P. Diddy and Mike Myers to be party buddies.
And you were thinking it was in that scary movie? Oh, yeah.
Weird. If his name's on the list.
Mike Myers.
So I married an axe murderer. All right.
Yeah, but P. Diddy definitely, from what we can understand, that he's pretty evil overall. So, but the ones going after him are evil also. So it's just evil on top of evil, just a game show, I guess.
Who's the evilest of them all?
Yeah. Who can be the most evil? Who has the most secrets? You know?
There you go.
But the one I like is Kanye. He calls himself Ye now, I guess. I found out he got upset. This guy named Piers Morgan from England. You know who he is?
I know who they both are, yeah.
Okay. So Ye has beat the system. They tried taking all his money away. They tried baking all that. I'm thinking he must have had something in gold. He must have had some crypto, or he had something, because they tried interviewing him 2 days ago, and Piers Morgan tried doing it. He walked off of it, and Piers Morgan, how you doing? He says, "Do you see my view?" He's like in a villa in Spain with this gorgeous view behind him, right? He says, "You see my view?" Because he knows Pierce Morgan's coming after him because of his anti-Jew stuff he's been saying, right? And he's really gone off on him, saying they run the world and they're trying to take my money from me and everything. And so Pierce Morgan was coming on to get him. And when he went, as soon as he did that, it made pretty good news for me to find it because I never follow this stuff. So he just walked off the show. And Pierce Morgan goes, what? I didn't do anything. Yeah, right. He was terrible. I don't know if that means anything or not, but I like that he's beat the system. I don't know if he'll live.
Yeah,
huh?
Kanye West has been doing that for a while. He's been beating the system for.
Was it him that they took and when he was saying on that stage that everything was a lie and everything like this, and then the next thing you know, they put him in rehab again? Was that him, right? Kanye West?
I don't know if he went to rehab. I never heard.
Well,
that.
they said they went to They said, they called it rehab. They put him back in to basically. He's the one that's fought him for a long time. Anyway, is that the guy, right?
Yeah, Kanye has. Yeah.
Yeah, and so he looks like he's beat the system so far because they tried taking his money, but he still has resources. So there you go. There, I like it when someone beats the system. You know.
That's great. Yeah, I'm good.
You
with it.
You don't live long, but it's still good.
Well, the music industry's tainted, anyways. Beyond.
Oh yeah.
Belief.
Do you believe all of it is? I believe my boys. Oh, not country western. I go, they're just as evil as the rest of them, dude.
Yeah, I think you're right.
You know, and I think it's the whole instrument. What do you think, Ryan?
Yeah, they sign the same contract that the rock star does.
Okay, thank you.
They're allowed to have their gods and their beliefs, but they still sign the same contract, and they still get screwed out of it at the end. And when they die, their family doesn't get shit. It's the same kind of shit.
There you go.
You get screwed over no matter what. If you sign a contract, you're screwed.
Yeah.
As far as I know, there's only one guy that hasn't done that, and that's Tom McDonald. Isn't he the only one that hasn't signed a contract?
No, there's a lot of them that haven't, that they're independent, especially since YouTube. But he's one of the bigger ones that hasn't. But did you see what he did? He did that video with that Shapiro guy.
Ben
Shapiro.
Yeah, I saw that. I love that. I thought it was funny as shit.
So you can't tell me he's not one of them when he did that.
Well, I think he's making fun of it, but I don't know. You have to decide for yourself, but I think he's making fun of it. Maybe he is flaunting it. I don't know. I always got it that he was making fun, and they just don't get it.
They did that together, and Ben Shapiro would never make fun of that. Trust me. He lives and dies by that shit.
He's a Zionist through and through, dude. Yeah.
Well, then it's probably one of his rituals, isn't it? He finally signed a contract then.
Yeah, that's sad, but you know, that money gets them. But there's a lot that haven't. There's a lot of YouTube singers and stuff like that literally won't sign a contract.
Right where they're at. You know what I mean? Because you know what? As much as you want the glory and you want the fame and you want to make money off of it, as much as you should just be singing to God. I mean, I'm trying to be nice about it, but I mean, you're not going to get anywhere with the music industry. You're just not. You're either going to have to be independent on your own and just make yourself popular that way, or you're just going to have to say fuck it. Because if you sign a contract with them, they're going to you're going to burn in hell for it, basically.
Well, I agree with you. I know about burning in hell, but you definitely have lost your soul.
So you can fit with the fucking whatever storyline they're going with.
Right.
They just write.
Let's get back to P. Diddy. Yes, ready?
But I like Kanye West, even if he signed it at one time. He's going against them, and he fought them, and he's speaking out.
Well,
you know,
obviously he's done something to make him mad, because otherwise they wouldn't allow this to happen to him.
Well, they tried stopping that. They took all his money. I can't remember how many hundreds of millions from him, but somehow he still had resources, and he's flaunting it at him right now, and that's the news.
Yeah,
if it's true.
Okay.
If it's true.
Roger, thank you. I'm gonna let you go. And Ryan, good to talk to you. Good night, chat. And thanks. I'm gonna talk to one person in the chat, Carrie Skates. So let me know how much vinegar you used. She said she's used the vinegar. She didn't have to boil it, and that to her it seemed. If it's a girl, I think it's a girl. Is Carrie a girl?
I'm not really sure. Never seen them.
Okay, but they said they used the vinegar, like Crow 777 said, and she says it seems like that the chemtrails went away from where she was at, or he's at. I don't know what you are, sir or ma'am, but can you let me know how much you used? How much? She's in the chat.
How are you using it? Exactly. I was gonna say, if you're really saying.
Yeah, I want to see how much they used.
Let's try it if it's not that much.
Yeah, I'll try it. If you tell me what you did, Carrie.
But I'll
Right there. A few liters, like in a pot, like in a big pot.
Right out in the open. And supposedly it clears the air above you or something. I don't know. That's what I hear, but I don't know.
Oh, it's a guy. Carrie's a guy. All right, sir.
There you
go. Yeah, I was gonna
Did
say.
You just have to check, Carrie?
Well, just because the name sounds like a girl doesn't mean necessarily a dude. Or just not a dude.
Right.
It's a dude.
And so, did you use it in a big pot? He's going to let us know right now. He's going to tell us. He says he used a few liters, and I want to know if he used like a big pot to put it in. I'm being serious. I want to know because I've heard people talk about it. Dave says he swears by it, so I want to know.
People say it, but I've never seen anybody do it or on the video or anything.
And Carrie says that he's done it, so let's see how much he does. Carrie says couple of liters in a few different bowls or pots. Okay, so he like surrounded a picnic table or something, I'm guessing, or something like that, or a circle or something. Okay.
There you go.
Okay. I never knew I find something. He OOT everything laughed.
Or you just have to put it in the bowl and leave it out. What are you talking about? How does that work?
Well, I don't know. And and Snyder wants to know what kind of vinegar. Says, Wojo, did you get my apology? No, sir, I didn't see it, Wojo. It's okay. But no problems. Because I liked talking to you the other day on the chats we were talking. So yeah, Wojo, it was my bad with my typo. So everything's cool with Wojo. I like the guy a lot. Cool. You know, I've been around him.
Yeah, is it like white vinegar? What is it?
Let's see what they say.
It's probably apple or
all vinegar. So
it probably wouldn't matter.
No, it shouldn't, but it depends on. But one is diluted in water, and the other one is made natural from cider, right?
Yeah,
so there's a difference. That's why I'm asking.
Yeah, that's probably more healthier to use. Let's put it that way.
Well, flash points and the boiling points and all that will make a difference too.
I don't think he's cooking it. I just think he's putting it out in the pots and letting it sit open.
That's interesting.
So, what did he say? Did he answer?
I never understood what they were doing.
He's done it a few times. He set it out.
A white vinegar.
Yeah, white vinegar. There you go.
10 feet apart. 2 bowls, 10 feet apart.
What if you just eat a lot of it? Does that make a difference?
If you what?
Smell pretty bad after a while.
No, I'm just saying if you eat food and you cure your meat with it before you cook your meat, is that enough?
Well, I don't think it would matter. But he said he didn't even boil it. They said when 777 said it and everything else, they said they boiled it, right? Carrie says he didn't even have to boil it.
I just assumed that you'd have to boil it for it to actually rise up and get up into the upper atmosphere. That's all I'm saying. That would make more sense, wouldn't it?
Well, the vapors, you can smell the vapors when you put it down. I bet you stand above it, you can still. So something's going up already.
And of course, if it gets in your nose, you're going to smell it. But that doesn't mean that it's reaching the upper altitude. It's probably blowing away from your neighborhood. If you heat it up, like when you burn something, the smoke goes way up into up in the sky. If you don't burn it, it won't go that high.
Well, he said he didn't have to. He said he didn't have to. That's all I'm saying.
That's why I wanted to know.
Process, dude. That's all that is. It's just.
I'm not saying it's not working. I'm just saying it just makes more sense. Like if you boiled it, it would make more sense that you get.
I understand, Ryan. I'm just saying what he said, and then we're gonna go by somebody who's done it. You know,
cool.
Maybe if you want to boil it, maybe it'll work faster. I don't know if it works at all. I'm skeptic on it. He says it, so I'm gonna try it one day.
It's acid, so it might have an effect somehow. I don't know.
Okay, one last question, Carrie. So this is interesting. How long did it take? Yeah, I didn't boil it, and the sun heats it and has connection with it. So he says the sun. So how long did this take? Let's say you put it down. You had these trails above your head. It's whited out. How long did it take for the trails to dissipate?
Yeah. That's what I want to get. That's what I want to do.
I don't want to wait all day. Everyone try it. So how long did it take, Carrie? What do you think, Roger? How long do you think it would take?
I would say an hour at least before it started doing any real effect.
Dude.
And you say an hour? So he hasn't answered. Let's see how long he says. I was gonna say like 2 to 3 hours. But let's see what he says. Carrie, how long did it take?
Ding, ding, ding.
I was seeing differences within an hour. There you go.
Yeah, there you go. All right. Let's find out what Diddy's up to. Ready?
All right.
Boom.
Names to be released, and as that happens, we fully expect you to forget all about the 0 names that have been released in the Epstein case. And we look forward to that happening. And a former George Bush official has come out and claimed the US government has spent $21 trillion building underground cities for the powerful elites in case of a near-extinction event. Catherine Fitz claims there are 170 underground cities built underground in the US and under the oceans, and these cities are connected by an advanced transportation network and powered by advanced energy systems. With the public finding out about this groundbreaking story, many are outraged and questioning, can we just put the elites down there now? But nonetheless, it is comforting to know that your government is protecting you from anything happening to the elites, should something bad happen to you. Speaking of near-extinction events, let's check in and see how global warming is going. Well, for the first time in decades, a new study finds Antarctica is gaining ice. So global warming has gotten pretty bad. Upon this new study being published, the climate change science fiction writers have reportedly gathered in the writing room, coming up with a plot twist that makes this make sense. Perhaps they could go with the narrative, global warming has gotten so bad that a reverse melting epidemic has started. And once they publish their latest work, the science is expected to be as ironclad as this.
Trans women getting pregnant is not as far off as you'd think.
And recently on Air Force One, President Trump praised the Wall Street Journal for their journalistic integrity.
Who you with? That's right. Well, you people treat us so badly. Wall Street Journal has truly gone to hell. Go ahead. It's a rotten newspaper. You hear me? What I said? It's a rotten newspaper.
He likes them. And in the UK, it's being proposed that Christian street preachers be put in jail with 2-year prison sentences. Take a look.
Now, the Labour-ran Rushmore Borough Council has sparked outrage by proposing a sweeping injunction that could see Christian street preachers imprisoned for up to 2 years. And if the injunction is breached, now over claims of causing offence or distress. Now, under the proposed terms, Christians will be banned from praying for individuals, handing out religious leaflets or Bibles by hand, and laying hands on people in prayer, even with their permission.
You know, a country is headed in the direction of good when their laws would have Jesus arrested for doing Jesus things. And speaking of places with no Jesus, Seattle is currently getting a facelift, courtesy of Antifa. Meanwhile, in Canada, here's a based woman who sees the same thing happening in her country.
I don't run to get ready for bikini season. I run so that in the year 2030, when I'm locked out of my electric car for having a bad social credit score, I can get outside the 15-minute city limits and escape the United Nations robocops that are after me for having a steak after I've reached my CO2 limit.
And in the U.S., super highly respected Congresswoman Ilhan Omar, who's jealous over the UK's proposed laws, warns that people need to fear white men more. Take a look.
I would say our country should be more fearful of white men across our country, because they are actually causing most of the deaths within this country.
Well, not according to the FBI, they're not. Omar may have gotten her facts wrong, but she did marry her brother. And at least her brother isn't white, so she should at least feel safe when she's resting in his brotherly arms at night. And at a recent commencement address at the University of Alabama, President Trump unfortunately undid 4 years of propaganda work by the Biden administration in 15 seconds. Take a look.
It helps when you know that borders are not racist, speech is not violence, America is good, terrorists are bad, men can never become women, police are not criminals, and criminals are not victims.
And in, well, that's not how God does it news, researchers in China have grown a tiny brain in a lab. Have a look.
Whoa. Researchers say that their tiny lab-grown brain could learn tasks faster than current AI models.
The DNC reportedly instructed the researchers to insert the brain into Kamala, but upon attempting, they reported that the tiny brain was way too big to fit into her head. That's it for today's news. By the way, if you've ever wondered what Alex...
we got the list. That was the only thing they said about him.
Oh, okay.
That was it. You got it.
I thought they would get more out of it, but no, they didn't show anything else. Borders aren't not racist. That's funny.
They're not. Well, they're only racist if you're Mexican and you're on the other side of it, right? That's the way I would look at it. If I was Hispanic and I wanted to come over here and work without permission, then yeah, I would guess that's the way I would look at it. But you got to realize that it's not about what you just think; it's about what a lot of other people think too.
In the chat, Scott Level Realm said he says that Ginger is funny a few times, but he says, but they say gingers don't have souls, so I can't be sure. Now that's funny. I like that.
Funny.
Scott had some good jokes in there. He was competing with the guy,
including all the family members that I have. They all have a good sense of humor about the jokes. They all know a bunch of them, and they are always ready to tell them right when you start doing it. Like as soon as you
redhead jokes.
They'll start telling the redhead jokes, and they'll make it funny. I love that about people. Like when you turn it back on people and you make it so funny that they have to laugh at you instead of them laughing at you, they laugh with you. You know what I'm saying? You turn it around on them. I love that. You know what I mean? That's the kind of people that I want in the world, not these assholes that just don't care. Hey, what's up?
What the hell is Ironwork doing up at this time of night?
I don't know.
Is he in here?
He just now came on. Roger, over 300s. Congrats, because he's taking credit for that because he's begging everybody on his channel. All right, we'll pat you on the back, Vlad. You're the man, Vlad. You're the smartest one, Vlad. Thank you. Roger owes his life to you.
Oh
no, he's just mad because he's cuter than him.
Jesus Christ. Hey, Vlad, how you doing tonight, man? I'm getting off. It's late. It's 3 hours
why isn't
long.
there an open channel like live stream that we can all just join and talk shit on? Like there ought to be.
You're on one right now. What are you talking about?
That's right.
There should be an 24-hour one.
You know Vlad's laughing right now, Roger.
I hope so.
Yeah. I bet he is.
He is. Oh, he's got a great sense of humor.
Oh, he does. He always does.
He has to. I'll leave him alone. He's not on live.
We have to talk, Vlad, about Mark Sargent. We really do.
Oh, Mark Sargent and Vlad. Yeah, I told him. I said,
what all he said to him. I want to pick his brain about what Mark said to him on a personal level. Like I don't know if they had a conversation before the show or how that all worked out, but you know what I mean. I'm just interested in it because
they started. I reckon they talked to each other.
Even though he did really well when he was on his show the other day, he did really well about trying to pretend like he's just another guy and there's nothing wrong with whatever.
Vlad just said in the chat, he says, laugh my ass off. No, sir. Good for over 300. Harmon thinks he's funny.
All right, Harmon. Ryan, you want to say goodnight to everybody?
Good night, everybody. I love you.
Good night,
Ryan, nice seeing you. And Roger, thanks for letting me be up on your show. And Wojo, I'm glad everything's all cool. It makes me feel good. It really does. All right, that's it.
Night, guys.
Night, Ironworks.
Good night,
Vlad. Good night, world. Good night, everybody in chat. Glad you were here.
Vlad, especially.
I'm gonna play it. Yeah. Okay, I'm going to play out with a song, ladies and gentlemen.
Go ahead. Good night.
All right. Night.
When you hear what I've got to say, I'm sure you might want to turn your head the other way. But if you dare trip with me, I will take you on a ride. You will see just how you can prevent genocide. Everything you think you own has been lent to you by a predator with a monopoly on terror. There's no competitor. America's a detonation, getting deader supine to its sovereign. You cannot audit your creditor. They ship the drugs and run the prisons, etc. You can't find one mainstream newspaper editor. If you get upset, who you gonna write a letter to? Your congressman has been vetted, and so has your senator. The inventors of this creature are fortuitous. This world order, trust me, there ain't nothing new to this. The truth is just too illustrious and luminous for folks to know who they can trust and who Lucius is, or any other Rockefeller Foundation. 1,000 points of light, non-governmental organization. All that tyranny could be summarily dead in one fell swoop if you end the Fed. is a monster. And you'd be foolish to think their main goal is not to conquer. Your mindset slave, don't ever forget slave. You have just been turned into a bona fide debt slave. Officially, when you take the real route, there was a banker takeover, fuck a bailout. They got the public clamoring to stick their tail out. This is admiralty law, they rob you then they sail out. Ain't nothing new, eventually you'll see the cinema. They had this movie rolling centuries, if not millennia. No wonder why they wanna censor me, cause I get into ya. Then the treasury, the legacy, it needs an enema. The dollar's dead and now they nickel and they dime you. That was manufactured in a lab like the swine flu. Cast your vote today to kill the plague. These motherfuckers should be sentenced to death at the Hague. In the face. That's what I said. How about that Alan Greenspan? What a maestro. Vacationing in Hades, he really has a nice glow. His money created what people call culture, carrying on the same traditions as Paul Volcker. It's so fun, why the hell it got to end? All these monetary funds, we still got a lot to lend. Let me take a little glance at my teleprompter friend. He could tell me what to ask Mr. Helicopter Ben. He's dropping dollar bills from the sky to offshore banks who like to fly. We got a candidate, he's very polished. NAFTA and GATT, all that will be abolished. Please disregard whatever you heard on your corporate television, it's forever absurd. Obama's got a lot of devils to serve, and they're all affiliated with the Federal Reserve. Dead the Fed. They own your body.